Hello and welcome back to the Curse at Ravenspire Dungeons & Dragons live play podcast. I'm your Dungeon Master, Doug Kapoff, and joined with me are our players, Ethan, playing Rivers, the human fighter, Drew, playing Lysander, the elven bard warlock, Kevin, playing Casimir, the human sorcerer, Pat, playing Roderick, human barbarian. And finally, Darren, playing Calsulis, the tiefling rogue cleric. This is the When Bards Attack podcast. Alright, welcome back to Curse at Ravenspire. I am joined, my name is Doug Kapoff, and I am joined with Pat, Darren, Ethan, Kevin, and Drew. So welcome back. We are going to get started. We have a little bit of housekeeping today. Kevy Kev here has gotten a new job and may exit out for a few episodes, and will be joined with a new player in the coming games. So we'll see how that goes here soon. But in the meantime, we're going to continue our story. This is episode 7. Last time on the Curse of Ravenspire, our Curse of Strahd playthrough, our adventurers made their way out of Barovia and into, which is the new name of Ravenspire, Barovia, renamed by Strahd after he took over the valley many, many years ago. You've all made your way out of Barovia after spending some time with the priest there and his trapped vampire spawn son. Gave you a magical weapon, which Ethan has taken after you guys said your job and your mission is to destroy Strahd, whether that's true or not. He believed you and gave you a weapon to help with that specific task. You all taking Ismark and Irina out of the village have made your way up the main kind of Sphalic road up to the Sayer Pool, where you met with Madame Ava, the leader of the Vistani people. You learned a few things. Number one, that it was her that summoned you all, that Strahd had been bringing in adventurers from time to time, both to challenge, just as a game, potentially to challenge him, potentially to just have a game to play with, or to kind of alluded that he was looking for almost a replacement for himself, potentially. Not really sure how that worked, but ultimately you kind of confirmed that she had replaced his invites that Dragomir had been kind of pushing out to the world with your all's names. It brought you here to bring your powers, your skills here to finally break the curse of Strahd. Tired of seeing the land of Barovia cursed and the people suffer, especially lately as Strahd has gotten more impatient and more temperamental. She has summoned you all here. There were some great questions asked, like, does he have to be destroyed? Can we break the curse? All questions she did not get a chance to answer. But if you wish to leave Barovia at any point, you do know it seems to be either that the Vistani have some way to leave and go, and or you have to go through Strahd. You guys asked for help. Ultimately, that she would be able to provide assistance in your journey, and she did a reading, a tarot card reading, to provide you with insight into potentially 4 things that may aid you on your quest. One of which is a book or a tome that tells more details about Strahd and the history of this place. The second item, a weapon. The third item, the third card referred to an ally that would assist you, or could assist you and the fourth item referred to an ancient relic. So those four things, and she gave you hints to each one, and I will tell you if you want to look at those, they're in the player handbook. At any point, both the card itself and the hints given in her spiel, all of which is in the player book now, all of those are hints that may lead towards those clues. And because we're playing a milestone game, each of those represents a potential level if those items are resolved. So, she went to read the fourth card, but in the middle of that reading, she was stabbed by a shadow creature who said that basically, in Strahd's voice, he was tired of having you meddle in his affairs and ultimately executed Madame Ava. The group destroyed the Shadow Beast and then ultimately fled the scene of the Vistani camp to the sounds of Vistani yelling, Madame Ava, she's been killed, they've killed her, she's dead. You hear that in the background as the four horses ride off along the road heading north, again to Vallaki, towards Vallaki. Ultimately, your plan, I believe, is to head to Krezk via travel through Vallaki. So that's where we left off. You guys have just left Madame Ava's camp. You're just up the road a little way. It's just dropped out of view, kind of moved at a quick pace. Any questions before we get started? Okay.
Nope, but I did, I took Flail Mastery, and so as part of that, I decided to name the magical flail.
Nice.
It is called Da's Justice.
Da's Justice.
Of course it is.
That is epic. Epic. Okay.
Should have been called Da's Soliloquy.
That would have been... That's a little too eloquent for Rivers, though.
Too eloquent. All right.
Yeah. I almost called it like a father's love or something, but I was like, this is getting too weird, and like, I don't know. It's just let's leave it as a funny thing.
All right. Well, you guys are on the way. I'm gonna make sure. Just testing. Hey, can someone say something real quick?
Check.
Okay, just making sure all the sound was working this time after the Starfall debacle. All right. I turn it back to you guys. The four horses are riding on. Ismark is in front with Irina on the back of his horse. He is sort of leading the group up the road along the lake and up back into the hills that leads toward Vallaki. So he's kind of leading since he knows where to go. It's pretty much just follow the road, but he does kind of take point. Do you guys want to say or do anything? I'll turn it to you. Now that you're a little bit further out, you're probably 10, 15 minutes down the road now from Madame Ava's camp.
Do you guys think they suspect we did it?
Yeah, I think that's probably a given.
That was
Yeah, unfortunately, there was no
I suspect
evidence.
we did it.
Yeah, there was no evidence left behind. No bodies, nothing. Just her dead corpse and you all fleeing the scene.
Yeah, unfortunately, that thing burst into nothing when it got to the pond, or the pool. We're on the hook for that one. Have you seen anything like that before?
Who are you asking?
You actually. I mean, I was riding with you, and you kind of told me. I've got a new,
I don't know. What do you think, Doug? I feel like I might have, but I don't know. I don't know if I need to.
It's definitely
I would definitely know. I feel like I would at least know something about it. If I
yeah. In your travels, in your experience, in the things that you've done and research you've done, absolutely, it was some sort of a shadow demon, or like a lesser shadow fiend of some sort. Very rare to see in general, but even more rare to be taking commands from someone.
Yeah. Yeah, I basically share that it's, I've never seen one per se, but I know what it is. I've read about them before. It's definitely rare. Definitely not something you would see normally, especially under the command of someone else.
We're gonna be in trouble for that one. And they know where we're going, don't they?
Well, not really. We kind of told them we were going someplace else.
You told him you were going to
we're
the
going to the
north-
mountains.
Yeah, to the mountains north of Lake Zarovich, technically. Which is also where you
Great
did
north.
hear the rumor that the wizard was, the wizard that had potentially survived the fight with Strahd.
The
Who might be
mad
that ally?
wizard. The mad wizard that survived.
Yeah, that's
We
right.
need to go talk to him at some point.
Do we? What is our pecking order at this point? I mean,
That is a good question.
I feel like
So,
I think it was the two of us were first. Or well, no, I guess we would have been in the back. It probably would have been.
you can reorder anywhere you
Rue
want, but
and-
the people that are on the horses is remember who's on what horse. So I know Arena and Ismark are on one.
It's me and
Cal
Casimir
Solis
on
and I.
one. Roderick is on one, and then Cal Solis and Lysander on one. That's at least the
No,
way
no, no.
we're- Oh,
No,
that's
I'm with-
right, we changed it up.
Roderick's with me because I picked him up in the back of the
Yeah.
fight.
I forgot about the whole escape.
I thought Lysander had the girl actually.
Arena. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
did,
Arena.
did
I
you?
think it
Okay.
was.
Okay.
think it was Cal
I'm
Solis,
thinking of
or,
the, I'm
sorry,
thinking of the
I think it
first.
was
I'm thinking of the
That's
Casimir.
first.
what I was thinking about.
Yeah, I think it's Casimir and the brother on the one.
Okay.
While
That
we're
makes-
moving,
We're probably third. I would assume Lysander would probably be in the lead because you guys were kind of on your way out.
Yeah. I mean, Ismark will ride to the front of the column and just kind of pass everybody. I mean, you guys aren't running at a race pace at this point, so just because he's more familiar with the road.
Okay. So at some point while we're riding, I'm going to ask Ismark if he knows anyone here that we're at Vallaki where we're heading first, right? That's our first sort of.
Yeah. The road literally goes
Midpoint.
through the middle of Vallaki, correct.
Yeah.
And you guys, so yeah, he'll answer. It has been, I haven't been to Vallaki since I was a boy. It has been some time. My father knew the town elder there, Vargas. He's a good man. He stands up against Strahd, and he has always been a good man. And the priest, Father Lucian, has come through Borovia. It's been a few years. I mean, I've seen them both, or I'm acquainted with both of them. Beyond that, not many, or no one really else. And I would estimate we're probably 5 hours by horse.
We're gonna have to make a decision when we get there if we are gonna stop for the night, depending on the time, or ride through, depending on. So thinking of what our story is going to be when we get there, who we're going to be looking for, if we're stopping, or as we're passing through. I don't know what the customs are for for a town like this, where the road literally is going to lead through. It's a walled city, so they're obviously going to have to let us in and out, right?
That's right. It goes right through the wall. That's correct.
Well, remember, we're not staying in Vallaki. We're going to go to
Right.
Krezik, like double back.
Right, but the question is, we're still 5 hours out, depending on what happens between here and there. Like, I guess we should have a plan for, what happens if we have to stop? And I don't know, are they just going to let us ride through? I don't know what the customs are of this area,
They
but
should-
I feel like
they
we
should
should
let
at
us
least
through.
have a plan.
I've never heard of them not letting anyone in. Perhaps at night they may be more cagey, but
Is
we
there
should be there. We should be there by 1 or 2, the latest.
Is there a Vistani presence and a possibility that word from the Sayer pool could make it to Vallaki in that regard that we should be aware of?
Yeah, they would
Just
have
in
to.
consideration of what happened.
That is fair. So there is a Vistani camp, but it is not inside Vallaki. It is past. It is west of Vallaki, kind of southwest of it. I don't see how they could hear before we would get there. We're, well ahead of them. There's only one way to get there. I mean, it is through the main road. No one would be crazy enough to go through the mountains and through the wilderness, and even if they were, it would take much longer.
What about magic and or birds?
I have not heard of the Vistani using any sort of bird-traveling messengers myself, but it is possible. And magic, I don't understand magic. I don't know anything about it. Quite frankly.
I guess the question would be, would the people of Vallaki be aligned with them anyway?
The stories my father told me, no. They are not friends to the Vistani, as the Vistani serve Strahd. He is a staunch opponent to Strahd. He defies him openly.
What about the fact that Mr. Count has put a bounty on our heads? That might sway the people of the town if they know about it. I don't know. Would they have seen that, or is that just for the village?
It wasn't loud enough that you think that message would have carried, unless magically, as to Drew's point. But that wouldn't have carried miles.
Okay. Never mind. I didn't say that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anybody else saying anything? Casimir is extremely quiet as he rides along with Ismark. He's kind of right next to you, Darren, obviously, as you're talking to Ismark towards the front. Casimir, you took the deck of cards. You've got all that kind of, and her crystal ball. You've got all this stuff in your bag. What's Casimir doing or saying, if anything? Nope,
Casimir's muted if he's talking.
Yeah, we're going to step away.
Brackets, remain silent.
Yeah, you remain silent.
There we go. I was on my phone and couldn't get off mute. Sorry about
Hey.
All good?
No, I mean, Casimir is very much so in his head right now. He just feels like he's turned against his own people. He doesn't have much to say at the moment, other than when questions arise about Vistani, and whether or not they might have magic, he'll speak to that a little bit. And I meant to pipe up that, so retcon.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. Jump in.
Into that competition. The Vistani wouldn't be able to get this message there fast. But even so, even if it does, I'd like to die on that sword if I have to. I want them to know we didn't do this. They should know that Strahd did this.
How would we convince them of that?
Quite sure. I'm really
Well,
not.
the fact that we have a Vistani in our group might give us a little bit of purchase.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
That is right. She seemed to know who you were. And he turns around at you, who is literally on his horse. What was all that about? What did she mean by all that?
Well, I haven't lied to any of you. I just haven't told you all the truth. Well, okay, I did lie to you. I never did get one of the. I don't work with the church. I'm not a messenger of the church. I came on my own, seeking knowledge of my own past, seeking my lifeline. My mother didn't want me to come here. I came on my own. And then I heard you all talking about it in the bar and thought, probably hit your ride, and I did. So thank you.
So what was your? I mean, I can appreciate the search for knowledge, especially related to yourself. But what was your? I guess what was your not necessarily end game, but like what was your plan had you not run into us?
Well, I was going to find a way in one way or another. I'm Bistani. I thought maybe I can just get in. It sounds like I can just possibly get out if I want to as well.
Now that makes one of us. Ismark responds.
Yeah, I probably should have mentioned that to you all as well, but I wanted you to go, so I didn't exactly tell you that you may not be able to get out once you went in.
So you all hear that? Yeah, he knew. Go before you guys got trapped here. He knew what was going to happen. I'm curious to see how people react.
This coming forward this information because I've fought alongside of you, and I don't deserve your trust, but I need a little bit of it.
And while this conversation is happening, you guys are just clopping up the river. This road just runs right along this beautifully blue river. And the more you travel up this way at this, just kind of jaunting pace, you hear the river is getting stronger and stronger. Probably some sort of a fall or rapids coming up ahead. But the road continues just to kind of creep along the riverbed.
While Casimir's talking, can I roll insight? I want to believe him, but I also am looking for signs that he's telling the truth.
Okay,
if that makes sense.
Go ahead. Yep.
It's less skeptical and more verifying my own assumptions, I guess.
And Drew, the roll you made, that's good. So that was a success.
Oh, okay.
That we talked about.
Right.
I would say he's
27
talking,
on my insight check.
I would say this is probably when you start kind of putting some things together, Drew. As he's talking, it's starting to now that the action level has dropped. You sense no lie in that, Darren, but he's still guarded. There's still more to the story, probably, but no lies. Not that it's a lie detector. You sense no untruth, but definitely still something reserved.
So sorry, stepping back a minute. My kids were talking to me. What was the reaction to the group when Kevin was talking? What did someone say?
I don't know if anybody said anything yet. So you're kind of reading him as he's talking. I am curious how everyone else reacts. So I'm going to just go around the table.
Okay.
So Pat, you hear this, and you were one of the first people like, I should not be here. Curious how you react to that.
As soon as he finishes, Casimir, had you not saved my life in the first hours that we were here, I think that I would be nothing short of irate.
I understand that.
It seems like we're stuck here, and I appreciate the help that you've given us thus far. Hopefully this clears the air.
My entrance into this world was selfish, yes. My entrance was selfish. It was self-serving. I didn't expect to make some friends on the way. Or at least people that I would be fighting alongside. Been alone in this for a long time.
And if anybody's watching the map of Barovia, I am just kind of using Drew's fig to show you guys where you're at on the road as this conversation's happening.
Give a harumph. Okay. Kick the horse a little faster. So we're going faster than him,
Oh, okay. Ethan, what's your response to this? Do you say anything? Or?
Yeah.
As you hear him talking.
Yeah, Rivers takes a second and molds it internally and kind of, grinds his teeth a little bit, and I look at Casimir and say, "Are you here now because you want to help the people beset by what has happened to Barovia, and you want to break the cycle?"
Now that I'm here, I definitely have a great interest. And now that I've seen everything, I have great interest in yes, ending this cycle, allowing people to finally move on with their lives. I too want to move forward with my life.
Rivers will give a nod to that and say, if you're behind that 100%, then I'm with you, and I will fight. I'll continue to fight with you. But you need to be behind helping the people here. Now that we're here, and there's only one way out, and you can come and go, but we're here because of you. But I'm here to help the people, and that's what I aim to do. And do everything I can to keep you all alive as well.
As you're saying that, you see a resolve in Ismark's eyes. He looks at you, Rivers. He eyes connect with you, like a bro moment there of yeah, I'm with this guy right here.
A broman.
A broman. And it's really like Medai always used to say, it's two fish in the basket are worth more than one fish in the river. And then just kind of let that hang on the air.
Thank you for...
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
No, thank you for bringing your Da into this.
Look wistfully into the distance.
True. Drew, you hear these conversations happening. Irina is on the back of your horse.
Are these conversations?
Yeah. You hear these statements being made, anyways.
Right. Yeah. I've been at this a while, and I'd be lying if I said this was the first time a job went sideways. What I need to know now is, are you on my team? And are you here? And are you with us? Or when push comes to shove, are you going to go through with your plan to kill your father?
My father? What do you know about my father?
I know that you bear a strong resemblance to Strahd. Perfect timing on the music.
I was going to say the piano coming back in, dude.
I got you covered.
Thank you.
Wait, hold on, Drew. What did you just say? What is? No. I'm trying to what you actually said. Sorry.
Oh, are you what?
When
Or are you going to let your vengeance blind you and go through with killing your father? Like basically, are you gonna let that do that? Sacrifice us to do that if you get the chance.
As soon as you say that, my thought is do we not want him? Do we not want him dead?
What do you mean, his father? What? Strahd? What? The Arena just immediately, what are you talking about? And you see, almost if his head could turn 180, Ismark looks back at you and just kind of stares at you as he's saying this.
I mean,
I think he would stop the horse. At this moment, Ismark will stop the horse. What?
I'm kind of pulling together a couple of dots here, but
Doug, actually, as he does that, jump off of the horse. I'm on a horse with somebody, right?
With Ismark,
with him.
Yeah.
With him. Oh yeah, got it. Jump off the horse and start my eyes start glowing orange, bright orange, and I start getting in a bit of a defensive state. Pull out my dagger.
What is he saying? What are you saying? He looks at you, Drew, almost looking for confirmation or affirmation here, just looking back and forth as he rears the horse around.
And before anybody has a chance to speak, I scowl at Ismark with my fangs.
With your fangs?
Yeah.
Okay. So you kind of scowl or hiss, and you guys see as he opens his mouth, 4 fangs start to appear.
We didn't notice that? Yeah?
No, they weren't out.
The guy barely talked. Of course, we didn't notice.
Yeah, he doesn't smile. Like
They also
drank with him.
These are also he's also a little more anime, so like they kind of like extend, like at the right time.
Yeah, he's got blue hair and a bean head.
Yeah.
And I'm only a half vampire, so they not as sharp. Yes.
So I'm gonna as that's starting to happen, I bring our horse around and I come up between them, putting us between the two of them.
Yeah, Ismark is drawing his sword, by the way.
Yeah, and
as we get to the in between, get big eyes at Casimir.
I've got my hand up to Ismark. Hold your sword. We can trust him. And I'm looking at Casimir, and I'm giving him this look like, "Don't make me a liar." is the expression on my face. I'm saying stand down and don't make me a liar without saying it. I've got my hand out to Ismark. Sheath your sword. We can trust him. I promise.
Darren,
Promise.
I rolled a 27 on my insight check.
Yeah,
to see if you're lying.
Darren, give me a persuasion check, please.
Okay. I'm not as good at that. Yeah, not so much.
Oh. Oh.
That's not my skill set.
Yeah, it's more my skill set.
Yeah, that's the other thing.
Let me do the
balance. Yeah.
Well, you're the one talking, and you're the one there. So, he holds his sword out. I rolled very low. He actually kind of relaxes a little bit, but does not go full. Does not put his sword back down yet.
Doug, I though, however, do also speak up, directed to Ismark.
Yeah.
Using charm. My vampire quality of charm.
Okay.
Looking at him.
Okay. What are you saying to him?
Put your sword away, Ismark. You can trust me.
And you're using your charm ability?
Yep. Like a good vampire would.
That evokes confidence. Yeah.
What is your spell DC save?
14. Wisdom 14.
Got it. Thank you. Oh, luckily, wisdom is not Ismark's strong point. I rolled the same thing I rolled again. 7, the second time. So yeah, you said that. You say that. His eyes continue to glow.
Off the horse. And tell him to get off the horse. It's mine now. No, I'm sure. Don't do that.
Yeah, you speak, and your words soothe him, and you. Yeah.
See, now I think my persuasion is pretty good.
Yeah, exactly. Darren, I think you seeing his eyes glowing, and he kind of puts his hand out of the way. Yeah, you see through this. I think you're a pretty perceptive person.
Yeah, passive insight is 18.
Yeah, you see him kind of put his sword away. He shakes his head. You're right, of course. You have done nothing but protect myself and Irina. But are you one of his spawn? Are you truly one of his kin? Can we trust you?
You can trust me. My mother was once one of his. She fled for good reason. She was no fan, and neither am I.
Darren, he trots the horse forward, tries to go past you. His sword is put away. Unless you interject, he'll go around you.
Tries to go past me, what?
Like, just tries to move the horse past you towards Casimir. But he did put his sword away.
I kind of look back at Roderick and give him kind of a nod, and I'm basically trying to say, hey, why don't you ride with Ismark? Or maybe even whisper that.
Okay.
And then basically once he hops off, kind of motion for Casimir to take his place.
As I do hop down, offer the arm out to Casimir for a good old shake.
As you do that, do you take his hand, Kevin?
Yeah, my eyes stop glowing slowly in the moment, or just kind of like dim out. And I take his arm.
As you
In your
do,
mouth.
In your
This
mouth.
is skin.
As you take his
That's what she
hand,
said. But
Pat, you get a flash, just for a second in your mind. That dream you had starts to take hold. That you saw Casimir healing you, and behind him you saw this vampire, and it starts to make sense to you. This radiant energy that came from Casimir, but this dark vampiric power that's buried there. You just feel it as you touch him, and there's a connection there between the two of you. Still, you're not sure you understand it, but it's like a flash of light just for a second as you pull away.
God, what the fuck is going on with all you guys? I am just here to fucking kill demons. That's all I'm doing here.
Demon over here. Please.
That's why we're gonna ride together, demon and devil.
When did that connection with Casimir and Roderick happen again? Was it at the house?
Yeah,
He had the dream at the
night we
house.
slept.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's been since he got healed from him.
Yeah, he saved me after that thought stuff.
Casimir's a really interesting character. He's got a dark vampiric history, but radiant magic. So he's a little bit of both. And it actually, out of game, is really exciting. And Pat and I worked together on which barbarian choice he picked. He picked the zealot choice, which actually gives you a choice of your power between necrotic or radiant, which I think is really interesting. Being, it seemed to have been triggered from Kevin, so which really is kind of a neat just accident that worked out.
Yeah.
All right, so you're going to jump on with Ismark. I think he will settle from that, and Ismark will just immediately we should keep going. We've got a long way to go.
Mm-hmm.
The Vistani could be behind us quickly if we don't keep moving, at least for a while. With that, without even anyone answering, he just turns and starts going.
I extend my hand to have Casimir hop up and then follow behind.
Have Casimir right in front of you. Don't have his mouth next to your neck or anything.
I'm not
like
worried.
that, you know?
I'm not worried about it.
Stick to
I've already got horns in it. I've already got horns in the tail and pointy teeth, so I mean you can't really tell. You won't be able to tell.
Yeah, that's fair. Probably 5 people trying to get into the same door.
I mean, at this point, I'm what people already think I'm a demon, so might as well just live it.
Were you about to say something else as the horse starts going?
Yeah, before I jump up, I'd just say, thank you, Calsolus. I'll prove that I'm worth your trust. And hop up.
I appreciate that. Yeah.
Pat, were you about to say something?
How long do we ride?
Okay. All right. Then you guys continue on. In the first hour, or towards the first, that conversation happened over probably 10 or 15 minutes, kind of off and on. By the end of the first hour, however, you guys find yourself at the end of this little lower road. You can see there's a little bit of a hill kind of growing to your left. And by the end of that hour, you see this giant waterfall sort of come to view off the side of a cliff, where the river, where it continues down this river you've been following along. The road stops here, and there's a bit of a hike. There's a trail that the horses kind of have to zigzag back and forth, and actually adds about an hour of time to kind of climb it. As you kind of make your way up to this giant, you can see it, this giant stone bridge that goes over the river across this hill. It's about 1,000 feet up of kind of winding back and forth to get up to it. But you guys make it up to this upper road after about the first hour, to this giant stone bridge with 4 giant gargoyles on the 4 corners of it, the 4 posts. And Ismark just gets up the mountainside or the hillside and just starts down the bridge.
I am definitely on alert as we start heading over the bridge in the water.
Yeah.
Especially this high up. If we're not in the lead, I'm like definitely on as high alert as possible.
Okay. Nothing happens as you cross the bridge. It's beautiful. It's probably the most beautiful sight you've seen here in Barovia so far. As you see this giant 1,000-foot waterfall drop to the lower valley as you make your way up into the hills. The
check my pockets for a coin. Can I toss a penny off before I go?
Okay.
I don't actually think never mind. I don't have my bag. I definitely don't have any coinage.
Yeah, you don't have a
Dragomir, dude. Dragomir has your bag.
He does.
Dude, we'll find him. I got cheese in there.
And you know where he is. He's in Vallaki, or west of Vallaki, anyway.
That's right.
Is the sun still like shrouded with clouds, or is it? Okay.
It is a cloudy Seattle day as you make your way across the bridge and into the hills. At this point, it's been an hour. The road is very dangerous in Curse of Strahd, and so we are going to roll for a random encounter, possibly, on the road every hour of travel. So, Mr. Pat, give me a D20, please. Let's see.
I really hope
how the
the
road
bridge
is.
troll asking us questions.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking too.
After the bridge.
9.
9. Okay. You carry on for the next hour or so without any trouble at all. Continue making your way, weaving your way down this long road. Hills on either side, little small dips and valleys. No real woods that you can see except for they're a little ways off. And you can continue to see Castle Ravenloft just slowly getting smaller in the distance as you make your way north and northwest. By the end of the second hour, you guys come to another set of gates. They look very similar to the giant gates you came into the village of Barovia, the night before. 2 giant stone gates, metal gates that are open. In this case, they are actually already standing open this time. They are not closed and open as you approach. They're already open. And you can see that the road splits here. And there's a sign. Points to the left, through the gates. It says to Vallaki and Krezk. To the right, which you can see the road splits to the right and heads back east, sort of northeast. It says Castle Ravenloft. And then the direction you're coming from says, Barovia. So you see a sign. At this point, you can go left towards Vallaki, or you can go right towards Castle Ravenloft.
Well, it seems like a no-brainer.
You're not tricking us with this one, buddy. This isn't a fucking speed run to the boss. We're going
level 4, check it. No?
We're not ready to fight Ganon yet. Let's go.
Yes, but little did you know this is actually a Looney Tunes episode and some dick switched the signs around. And
oh god.
No, Ismark doesn't even slow down. He just starts, continues leading. So unless someone stops him, heads through the gates and out of the Barovia region and on through the road. Any other conversation happening? Otherwise, I will continue just moving us along.
At some point, River's probably sort of clutch his side a little bit, like maybe wipe some blood off his arm or something, and voice to the party. Could use once we get around town, if anybody needs to do anything, I'll probably sit out and make a small temporary like setup or camp just so I can take a rest if anybody wants to join me, or whenever we get time. I'm feeling a little rough, and I'm a little worried about the danger on the road.
Can we not consider it a rest if we're just riding, especially if he's riding on the back of the horse potentially?
Yeah, I was about to interrupt and say that actually.
Okay.
I am comfortable. I don't know what the official rules are on that, but I'm going to make a rule on that. That you're not doing enough activity since you're not even controlling the horse. You are perfectly fine.
Well, then I'm not going to say that, and I'll just take a short rest.
Okay, yeah, you go ahead and take the short rest. Anybody really can. Nobody's doing anything of strenuous. But while you're doing that, Darren, give me a D20, please, for hour 2.
Maybe a 1.
Nice. All quiet.
Which boxes should I check with this? Should I reset maximum or should I?
Hold on. It's been a while since I've done a short rest personally.
I think I'm just an idiot and I'm not quite understanding the difference between.
Let me look at the button. I just don't remember. Let's see. So when you go in, you are going to do. Come on. It's trying to get there.
You just click on automatically apply healing dice. Click on the check the box.
And then do additional ones if I want to, or no?
You can do more if you want.
You can do as many as you want. And if you don't do enough, and you got to go back in, you can just do more.
What's the automatic healing you get?
No, that's just going to automatically do it once you roll the dice.
Oh, okay, all right, cool. So I'll only gain as much as the dice I roll, right? There's no baseline healing that you get from a short rest.
Yep. Okay, it's built into the dice roll automatically.
Got it. Thank you.
It's your con modifier specifically, but yeah, it should already be there.
Sweet. Thank you.
Yep. Okay, the next hour. Darren rolled a 1. Still no encounter. The road is quiet today. Maybe all the activity in Barovia has quieted the area, but all is quiet as you drop into some woods that kind of crowd either side of the road for a short time, maybe a half hour, 45 minutes, but nothing happens during that window. As we move in,
at that point, go ahead.
Yeah, no, you go ahead.
I was just going to ask Casimir what he thinks of the tarot cards that were drawn. If he has any idea or thoughts on our 4 clues.
And I'll put those back up if you guys would like, just if you're going to have a conversation about them.
Yeah, I don't have any experience with tarot, and I don't know the world of Barovia well enough to give any insights. I'm definitely willing to go down this path and help learn about it with you, though. Otherwise, I got nothing. Wish I did.
I have a thought.
Cards are back. And
it's, I have thought about the last card that Madame Ava drew before she died. And it's kind of a twofold thought. And I'm curious as to your what you might think. I was thinking, what if we tried to speak to her about that last card via a seance to see if we could get more info? But I was also wondering if that might not be what the card meant.
Oh, interesting. Do you think she was alluding to her own death in that card?
Potentially.
And unknowingly.
Or knowingly.
Yeah. Mid-seance, that is dark magic.
I have some experience with it.
Oh, excellent. I I don't have experience with that specifically.
But I feel like with you grabbed her things, and is that not correct? On the way out,
Yes, it was.
Was
It
the thing?
was. I'm not proud of it. I
Well,
just I couldn't let. I needed to. I just needed some answers, and I jumped at it. I needed to talk to her, but she was killed before I could. So I grabbed her things out of just
I
fear of
wonder
not
if those
getting no answers.
items. I wonder if those items, especially those items specifically, would not allow us to connect with her via death, but especially with her crystal ball. The connection to her and what they represent on their own.
She did, Irina will kind of pipe into your conversation. She did say that the souls of the people of Barovia never don't leave Barovia, so her presence is still here, most likely, if what she said is true.
Do I know anything extra? Is there anything about the crystal ball that I might know about? Is there anything besides, or what do I know about them potentially?
Yeah, it's essentially an arcane focus, used for to replace the need for certain material components, and they can give advantages for magics that try to provide like scrying and that kind of those types of magics.
Okay. So that would mean it would definitely have been a special thing to her. So she was using it as her magic focus. So yeah, I wonder if we can't use these to try to connect with her and get answers, and potentially.
As you're saying that, as you kind of come around one edge of this hill that you're kind of riding around and kind of continuing to go up into the hills here, something comes into view just in the distance. It's probably still about an hour away via the road, but atop these hills, kind of up at the top of this valley, you can see it just coming into view. A large stone structure up in the hills. You see a large windmill in the distance. You will pass it in about an hour. The road will go near it, not directly to it, but will go somewhat near it, it looks like.
That's cool. I didn't realize Barovia was kind of a green place.
Yeah. Very little green, but that's it.
It's in about an hour, perfect time to roll current.
Just about. Just about. Ethan, just about. And Darren, now you guys all saw a couple of windmills in the Durst house, in the first house you guys got trapped in, and then Darren, you, if you recall, the Vistani told you something about the windmill.
Yeah, I don't remember what it was.
Okay, good.
The camp, or where did they say something about it?
In the bar.
Oh.
What did they tell me?
Well, that's for you to remember and me to continue on.
Yeah.
Pat, could you give me a D20, please? No, wait, Pat already did one. Ethan, give me a D20.
I will. Also, I'm so sorry. I feel so dumb, but I cannot get the short rest function to. I think I'm just doing something wrong.
I got
It's
I rolled
done that
16.
before.
Yeah, it's like not doing anything. It's like your stuff's been reset, and then it doesn't reset it unless I'm just like clicking the button incorrectly.
Okay, I got you. I'm pulling it up.
I rolled a 16 on your D20.
Okay, thank you. And on the... Okay, so for the short rest, you have 4 dice. It looks like 2 of them tried to go. Are those the 2 you marked, the 2d10s?
That's what I marked, yeah.
Okay,
Marked
so do me a favor. Just roll 2d10 for me.
Cool.
And we'll add 8
Rolled
to
a
it.
13 on the first one already.
Oh,
Right.
did we already roll?
He rolled a 13 on the first one.
Where is that? Oh,
Oh, yeah.
No, that's
yeah.
Pat. That's Pat.
Oh, that's Pat.
Oh,
That's Pat.
sorry. I'm
I
sorry.
know. I confused. I thought the same thing. All right.
So just roll 2d10s. We'll add 8
There's-
to it. And
There's 2d10s.
So 13.
21.
So 21 hit points so far.
Okay.
So you can add 20. You can just do 21 healing. Do you want to do any more, or do you want to save the rest?
No, I'm good with that. That was two, right? Yeah.
Yep. Yep. So just do
Okay,
21
tight. And then
heal.
I get all my superiority die and action surge back. And then also, while I know this is kind of backtracking, but while we were
Sure.
while we were traveling, like, and we would have sort of assimilated the short rest, can I make a little tiny speech, or kind of recite a soliloquy, or kind of tell a tale?
Please.
I'll abbreviate it. I mean, it would probably have been a 15-20 minute affair, but Rivers would have told everybody about a situation in his village of Alphys where they were beset on by bandits, and he and his sons had to defend the granary of the town for 3 days and 3 nights, and drive the bandits away. And he would have likened it to a lesson in hard work and what it means to sacrifice for the people and the places that you love. And he just really wants everybody to know that. So that's what the story was about that he told. And so everybody remember that. So that is bolstering performance after a short rest, up to 6 allies within 30 feet gain temporary HP to character level plus wisdom modifier. So that's 4 plus 3.
Wow, that's huge.
So
everybody takes 7 temporary hit points.
It's up. It's 6 including me. So I'll do me. 1, 2, 3.
You can skip. You can skip me and give them to the to one of the, probably to Ismark, because I've already got 10 temporary hit points from my own source.
If I skip you, I can give it to both humans, right? Ismark and Irina. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Yeah, because there's 4 of you without Darren. So yeah, you can everybody basically.
Yeah. Cool, tight. So everybody takes 7 temporary hit points.
Got it. Pulling Ismark up, and thank you for the 16. Got it.
Thanks for listening to my story, everyone.
Yeah,
It was beautiful.
Thank you.
I was along for
Next
the
time,
ride.
when we do it in real time, I'll role play it. But I just wanted to give the abbreviated version.
a 15-minute speech. Great. That sounds.
I'll
excellent.
do it. Do you think I fucking won't?
No, I think you fully will. Actually.
All right. Cool.
You can have AI write those for you. You can
Yeah,
just
you
have
could.
it,
And just recite it. I'll just press play and
Yep, exactly.
Yeah.
we can all take a quick
That'd
nap.
be great.
That'd be great. All right. As the next hour goes by, it's now probably about 11 a.m. give or take. You guys pass around this valley road, and to your left, you start to see a path start to form as you get much closer to this windmill. You see this giant stone windmill. The blades aren't moving. It's still down the road about a quarter of a mile, down like a little side path. But you can kind of see it kind of goes up to this hill. It looks like it'd be a pretty good high point over all this area. And looks like it's about 4 stories tall.
As we get close, I kind of look back at Casimir and I say, I feel like we should stop here and check this out. I'm struggling to remember, but I remember those Vistani women at the bar mentioned the windmill, and there was a picture of the windmill at that house, the first house where we were trapped. I'm having this sense that we should stop here and at least check it out while we're here.
I'm intrigued, and I'd love to learn more. What the hell is this about?
Okay.
So
all right. Well,
I write up to Ismark and tell him, hey, let's take a break at the windmill here, unless you have any reason not to.
No specific reason. No. We still have two good hours to Vallaki, maybe 2.5. So if we need to rest, we could let the horses rest.
Let the horses rest. I want to check this place out.
Aye.
Do you know anything about this windmill? Who owns it or owned it?
It was owned by some well-to-do family many years ago. It hasn't been used in decades, from my understanding.
Or how far away from it at this point? Doug?
We are probably about 5 good miles from Barovia.
Do you?
Oh no, for you, it's a quarter
No,
mile
for the
down
windmill.
this. Yeah, it's a quarter mile down this little side path. There's no trees. The forest is underneath the hills, so it's pretty much a wide open little dirt path that leads up to the top of this little, the rest of this hill that you're kind of riding alongside.
So I asked Ismark, do you know what the windmill was for? What was it used to power?
It wasn't powering anything. It was used for like grinding like grain and whatnot. You know, that's the only.
Okay.
That's been used in decades. Too far away from Barovia, and probably too far even from Vallaki these days to be safe to travel.
Was there a
to.
town or something out here? Why is this so far away from all of the different populace?
Probably a
no,
NIMBY, like voting on the.
Well, it's a windmill.
We're all
Cheaper to build it out here.
windmills, just not near me, man.
It's a
Just
compound.
It's a windmill in that it needs to be atop of a hill. You're in a valley, so to find a good wind source, it needs to be kind of high up. So it's kind of the villages are all kind of at the water level. At least
And
what
that's
you've seen of Barovia.
okay.
In Vallaki, as you're talking, you can just say that Vallaki's gonna, now that you've gone up this little hill, you're gonna go back down it to get into the Vallaki, which is down in the bottom of the valley again, by the lake.
All right, it makes more sense when you
Vallaki's right next to
explain
a lake. Yeah, okay. Well, there you go.
Some things
I
do.
need to use the restroom.
Who did he say owned it? Did he say who owned it? Or
No, he just said some family, some well-to-do family.
so likely the well-to-do family that was eaten by the swamp monster in the basement of their house?
They did seem very wealthy from their pictures.
Yeah.
They did have a couple of windmills in their house.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Maybe
Okay.
the kids are here.
Oh, I think
Well,
you found.
not.
Oh, you guys? You guys never found the kids,
Nope.
the bodies.
No.
Yeah.
Oh
No.
no!
No. Yeah, they were dead.
We
Yeah, unfortunately, you guys,
them.
you guys did not go to the top level. The two kids were locked in a room and starved to death, and their skeletons were in their bedroom. You did not.
Thanks for that,
did
dude.
not-
I was really kind of
That's
glad that
gnarly.
we averted that nightmare fuel, but
Yeah,
you talked
actually,
about
it is good
Yeah.
closure too.
Yeah, just to have. Yeah. Yeah. Well, don't forget. They
We
said
may
that they're
know
building...
that our characters don't. They're blissfully ignorant as to what
Yeah.
happened to children.
That's right. That's right. Okay, you're at the edge of this little side road. You guys are on the main road. It's been quiet, eerily quiet through this hilly path. What do you want to do? Do you want to take the horses in closer? Do you want to leave the horses here? Do you want to leave Ismark here and Irina here with the horses, or do you
I
want
think
to
we
take the
take
whole group
everybody
up?
to. Oh, yeah, I think we take everybody to the windmill.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Ismark at this point doesn't really know this way. I don't think he would naturally kind of move to the front anymore. So,
That's fine. We'll lead.
okay. All right. You and Casimir head up first. Who's behind him? I think Ismark would go in behind you, and that would be okay. So he kind of lets you redirect, and then he'll slide in behind you. Okay. And then everybody else can file in. You start making your way down this little path. It's about a quarter mile up a hill, just kind of plopping away. As you get closer and closer, I will describe what you see. Pull up my old notes on this one. As you continue up this hill, you do get a great view of the valley. Number one. So all around you, I'm going to describe what you see. You're at the top of this hill as you're coming towards it. To your right, or north, you start to see Lake Zarevich. So for the first time, you can actually see it down in the valley. You've got a great shot through. You can see this forests as far as you can see, and just make out the dotted buildings of a town, pretty large town based on how big it is from up here, at the bottom of this valley, down below, right next to the lake. So you can see And I would think Ismark would say that should be Vallaki down there. See it from here. So in that direction, that's what you can see from here. Directly west of here, and I'll kind of point things out on the map. I'll highlight. So that's Vallaki, obviously. From here, you can also see what looks like. Well, I gotta check my map and make sure I got the right one. That's cute, Doug.
Is there a way to actually move the map so you can zoom in besides straight forward?
Right
Yeah, you
click,
can move.
hold right click.
Right click, yep.
Okay,
map,
cool.
so I'm not
I'm
sure.
like, why I'm like stuck in this like weird spot where I'm looking at shit that I don't need to
Yeah.
see anymore.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
So you can see Vallaki from here. You can also see two other things from up here. Number one, you can see this river that runs through the valley down below you, the woods that carry on in kind of a lot of directions. But over here, you can see a pretty large structure from up here. I mean, it looks like a dot from up here because it's still pretty far away, but you can make out some sort of a compound. It doesn't look like a village, but it looks like maybe a castle. Small castle, large mansion, something in between. You can see just pretty far west. And then south of that, where I'm going to point right here, you can see what looks like small buildings. Pretty scattered and sprawling. Looks like it could be some sort of a village of some sort. That's what you can see as far as from your nice, pretty view that you have. As far as the windmill itself, let me describe that as you approach. There we are. Good lord. So many pages. They remind me to tell you what they actually told you at the end of the night there. There we are. The windmill.
Don't go to the windmill.
I don't think I'm going to go back and look. I don't think I ever noted.
All right. The old road transitions to being a winding path through the mountains to a lazy trail that hugs the mountainside as it descends into this up to this large hill. And in the heart, you can see again to the right. You can see the walled town near the shores of the Great Mountain Lake. And a branch of this road leads up to this dilapidated stone windmill. There are, on the second floor as you're approaching it, you can see there's a wooden plank walkway up on the second floor. It looks absolutely run down and definitely not OSHA friendly. Doesn't look like it could hold a whole lot of weight, but the wood's all rotted that you can see. But the onion-domed edifice leans forward into one side, and as though trying to turn away from the stormy gray sky. It's not storming, but gray sky. Anyways, you see gray brick walls and dirt-covered windows on the upper floors. A decrepit wooden platform encircles the windmill above a flimsy doorway leading to the building's interior. Above, on the beam, you see a couple of ravens clucking away as you approach. Next to the door, as you get to about 100 yards away at this point, next to the door, you can also see some sort of reflective surface to the right of the door, right on the wall. That's what you see, and I will bring up a picture of what it looks like. Quick. Should be able to see that.
There's a door on the second floor as well that we can see. Is that what you said?
Windows. There is a wooden structure, almost like an old deck, above the second floor, or above the first floor. Excuse me. About 10 feet, maybe 12 feet up. First floor is pretty tall. It looks like you can see the windows up about 12 feet. Is that second window, and then you can see another window, what looks to be on a third floor, and then there's additional space above that. Again, it's about 4 stories tall.
there's no door on the outside. So where was the shimmery thing? You said it was on the
It is
second
right
floor?
to the right of the door.
Oh, it's at the door. First floor. Okay.
Yep. It's like a reflective surface. You're 100 yards away, so it's just
Yeah,
you
yeah.
definitely see the light kind of hits it, kind of shines and twinkles a little.
And
bit.
that was a roll that caught that, or that everybody can see that.
No, you can
Okay,
see it.
Yeah.
You can all see that.
That's what I thought. I was just making sure.
The windows are caked with dirt. This thing looks ancient and abandoned.
As we're still trotting towards it, I'd look, I guess, off to the left or the west, I guess, wherever, and ask Ismir if he knows what that building is that's directly west of us.
He looks at it. He looks at Irina for a moment. Do you think that is Argenvastalt? Yes, she responds. I think that's right. Father used to tell us of an ancient order of knights that fought against Strahd. It is long abandoned, if that's what it is. I'm fairly certain it is. I know it's south of Vallaki. It's an ancient order of knights that challenged Strahd. This is before he became a vampire, of course. But they were ultimately defeated. They were the Order of the Silver Dragon. Supposedly, if you were to believe it, led by a dragon.
They were led by a dragon. How were they defeated by Strahd before he was a vampire?
I do not know. You have to remember, Strahd was also a powerful sorcerer before he was a vampire.
Powerful enough to defeat a dragon and an army?
Well, army is a strong word, perhaps. It was an order of knights. Strahd came with a large force when his father conquered this valley. There were thousands of men.
A dangerous man.
That's what the legends say.
Sorcerer
If I
and,
remember
cunning.
correctly, Irina, didn't they say that Strahd took the head of the dragon and it's a trophy in Ravenloft? That's what Father said.
And all of the knights were defeated?
As far as I know.
And no one lives there now? No one's moved into this castle that you know of? Or you...
Not that I've heard. Again, we didn't get out of Barovia much at all. Just stories that Father would tell us.
Might be worth looking into.
Perhaps someone in Vallaki may know more. It's much closer to Vallaki. He does point to the village. That is Borez, or the ruins of Borez. He points down further south. That is the village that Strahd destroyed about a decade ago.
What is it called? Village of what?
Borez.
And what was the knight order called? Knights of the Silver. What?
Knights of the Silver Dragon. You are now about 80 yards away from the windmill. So wait to see what you guys want to do from here, or do you guys want to go all the way up to it? If so, how close are we?
Yeah.
All the way.
I mean, unless we see something along the way that tells us not to.
Okay. Very good. You guys continue on.
Is there a sign
I need to be aware of?
Trespassing or private property or?
There's no signs that you can see.
I mean, the idea that it's not working is pretty deterring to me, to Roderick at least. So we can skip.
With that description, is there any need for any additional, is there any additional scouting or tactical rolls we can make?
It's up to you. Right now, I assume 4 horses are just clip-clopping up the road, unless I hear otherwise.
Well, yeah. I mean, I'm looking for anything. So I can't see the map anymore. Like the woods are directly behind this, or we're above the woods at this point?
Yeah, you're above the woods though. You're up on top of this giant hill.
So the only thing that would be behind it is if it's directly behind the building, essentially.
Yes, correct. Yep.
Okay,
that's right.
Well, so yeah, I'm definitely eyeing the edges of the building to make sure I'm not seeing anything peeking over the sides or anything like that.
Sure.
Around the sides or.
Yeah, you watch as you get closer. 30 yards, 20 yards, 10 yards. You're coming up to this pretty large structure. Yeah, you don't see any movement. Nobody peeking around. You see a lot of like vines and bushwork and weeds have grown up all around it. It's a wild land. Like it's been claimed by nature here. The vines and stuff aren't climbing up to the second and third and fourth floors or anything like that. Looks like at least at some point it's been somewhat kept, but very poorly. That nature hasn't fully taken this thing off yet, but yeah, it looks pretty abandoned so far. And as you get to about that 10-yard range, you would see that the door is there. It's a wooden door, and then next to it is what looks like a small mirror attached to the side of the wall, about a 1 foot by 1 foot mirror.
It's like a vampire joke, right?
No Java, no Wanga.
A small mirror attached to the side.
Is it ornate at all, or like what is it?
It's made with golden trim. It's a perfectly nice, beautiful, mirror. But the mirror itself is trimmed with this like what looks like golden inlay.
So not something you would normally see outside.
No.
Or on a windmill, probably for that matter.
Is it a vampire check or no? Like
the card, the last card, the deception card, or wasn't that the illusionist? Wasn't that a figure of a person with inside of a mirror or something like that?
Yeah, technically.
I don't know, man. I don't like the looks of this. I'll stay with the horses if you guys want to go investigate, but I'm not going up there.
That's fine. We can leave the horses a little bit back.
Yo, if you guys want to go in, that's cool. I'm not fucking going up there.
I'm staying in the car, dudes.
Stay with the car. Yes, the fourth card does have a person looking what looks like through either a mirror or a picture frame. It's hard to tell from that picture.
Yeah. I look back at Casimir. You game to go check it out? You're muted.
Yeah, I'll go with you.
I look back at Lysander. You coming?
Yeah, I'm coming. Let's go.
See, I'm not afraid, and then look at Roderick smiling with my fangs.
I'm already
so
like.
You go back to when he didn't smile at you, and
we're like there, right? Yeah, obviously.
You're 10 yards away, so from the actual windmill, so about 30 feet. When Roderick says, "I'm done. I'm not getting any closer," it sounds like, and I think Ismark would. Yeah, Arena and I will stay here with you, Roderick and Rivers. We'll stay here with the horses. We'll feed the horses.
I'll already be dismounting as he's saying that, and nod to Roderick, Roderick, and say, "No shame in that, lad. Keep everyone safe out here. It's like me dad always say, a poorly hidden trap only works on fools and brutes. So stay vigilant." And I'll actually unsheath my like flail from my belt as I say that, and like arm myself as we're rolling up. Just kind of sketched out.
Okay. Is everybody else
Staying,
dismounting?
or are you coming?
I'm coming with you. Yeah.
Okay.
So I assume
we'll dismount.
Close enough to like dismount and like start rolling up.
Okay. So is everybody dismounting?
I'll dismount and I'll hand the reins to Roderick of our horse if he's staying.
Thanks, stable boy.
You guys don't realize that most horses don't even need these reins. Start clicking at the horses and just kind of walk.
Oh, horse whisperer.
Okay. So is everybody getting off horses then and approaching by foot?
I would assume.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. Just checking. Okay. So they'll kind of corral the horses at that 30 to 40 foot range and start, again, getting some of the rations out and trying to find some little grass for them to eat and, what have you. Just try to give the horses a break. All right. What do you guys want to do? What does this look like?
I mean, I'm headed straight for the mirror.
Okay. You're headed straight for the front door and the mirror.
I would like to, while we're walking up there, glance again at the windows, and I expect to see some little creature peeking through one of them.
Okay. You continue to stare at the windows. Got it. Drew?
Furtively. Stare furtively.
Got it. Drew?
Yeah, I'll approach the windmill, darting eyes between the edges of the building and any movement that might be happening in the windows.
Okay. Got it. Okay, so you're kind
I
of
am fixated on the mirror, Doug. Like, can I see? Like, am I seeing myself reflected? Am I seeing anything else reflected? Like, I am 100% caution to the wind, staring at this mirror, sort of deal as I'm walking towards it.
Okay.
I'm not even gonna make the saving throw this time. That's just like, it's like, what the fuck is this mirror doing here?
Okay. And Casimir, what does this look like for you?
Will you describe where the mirror is again? It's on the building.
Yeah, it's
Next
on the
to
building. It's almost like where a doorbell would be for a door. If you
Got
can
it.
imagine.
Yeah. Okay. Got it.
And
yeah,
as
I
you're
guess,
walking up, you do see reflections of everybody, to Darren's question, including Kevin. I had to go research if Dampiers had a reflection, and they do. So we're clear.
That was gonna be my next question.
Okay.
I wasn't sure. I had to go check that one.
Casimir. Yeah. Good. Glad you did.
So you see 4 reflections walking up towards it. And then, Kevin, are you doing anything of note, or are you just walking up with the group toward the front door?
Yeah, just walking to the front door.
Okay, so all 4 of you make your way to the front door. Sounds like.
And I do still have mage armor.
It's all day. Okay. As you approach, there is these two ravens above you, kind of on this little dilapidated wall, continue to squawk at you and kind of flap their wings. Definitely, making a bunch of noise as you approach.
Yeah, I'm just not even paying attention to that. I'm just walking straight towards it.
Fair enough. Well, you make your way to the door and towards the mirror, and you get right in front of it, Darren. And what you see is, as you get that much closer to it, there is an inscription under the mirror that reads the following. Let's get to my windmill page. Here we are. What is shown once must be shown twice, but backwards flows the stream of time. That's what you see written underneath it. What is shown once must be shown twice, but backwards flows the stream of time.
And what is that written on? Is it on the frame or?
It's written right on the frame. The frame.
The frame.
Yeah. Sorry, can't talk today. And I will put it in the best place to put this. I'll put it in the chat. The inscription. Well, I can't do that while we're on. Okay. But that's what it says. So I'll read it one last time. What is shown once must be shown twice, but backwards flows the stream of time. And as you're reading that inscription, as you're seeing it, Darren, you see 4 shapes appear on the mirror quickly. A star, a diamond, a star, and a circle. And it goes away.
A star, a diamond, like, is it a pattern? Or do they like appear? What?
Yeah, they disappear one at a time. A star, a diamond, a star, and a circle. Really quick. And then the image clears. You see your reflection. And all within a second or two, you see that flash. And then, Darren, you see 4 shapes appear on the mirror. I'm going to make them visible on the map if I can. There they are. Put them above the... You see a diamond, a star, a triangle, and a circle all appear next to each other, 4 in a row on this mirror. They just stay there, kind of glowing in yellow golden runes.
So this, okay. So I saw a star, diamond, star, circle, and now is this the same thing or is this something different?
Yeah, you saw those flash at you very quickly, and now after that flash goes away, you see 4 all at the same time just start to appear and stay there on the mirror. A diamond, a star, a triangle, and a circle.
Do we do this backwards then?
Diamond, star, triangle.
Maybe circle, star, diamond, star. What was the second line to the writing, the inscription?
Yeah, you can read that at any time. So it says, "What is shown once must be shown twice, but backwards flows the stream of time."
That's my guess. My guess is we do it backwards of what it read out originally. Must be shown twice.
Times 2.
Symbols aren't the same.
Weren't they?
I thought they were.
No,
There's an additional one in there.
There were 2 stars the first time, and the second time, one of the stars was replaced by a triangle.
Well, those are
just staying.
Currently.
Yeah, they're just permanently staying there now, just glowing.
As in, maybe we can press them like
yeah,
buttons.
that's the number pad.
Yeah. My thought is circle, star, diamond, star.
While this conversation is happening, just for clarity,
yeah. Like,
what's everybody doing? Is anybody doing anything while this conversation is happening? Just for clarity. Drew, let's go around the table.
What is shown once was shown twice. Backwards flows the stream of time.
If you're not taking an action, if you're still thinking, that's perfectly fine. I just want to see if anybody's doing.
Yeah. I'm thinking still.
Yeah. No, okay, you're good.
I'm gonna. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go around real quick. Ethan.
Rivers does not fuck with arcane riddle bullshit. He is scanning the area for threats. I'm looking around us while they're talking around the mirror with my weapon out.
Got it.
Doug, I know what Lysander's going to do. He's going to ask Rivers if his Da has any advice for a situation like this.
Yeah.
Does your Da have anything about like stars and circles and shit?
You asked that, and Rivers is like shield almost up, even like kind of scanning, like looking for the mist basically to creep out of the trees, like scanning around us, and just like murmurs like, "No, my dad didn't have anything to say about this one." Like seems distracted.
We broke him, boys.
Vietnam like situation going on.
Coming in the trees, man.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. All right, then Kevin or Darren, either of you taking any action yet, or just still discussing?
No action yet.
I'm gonna seek some guidance and try to call upon any sort of arcane knowledge I have, I guess, to help me with the riddle or what I'm looking at.
Okay.
That's cool.
Go ahead and make it. So you want to? Yeah, go ahead and make an Arcana check.
Okay.
Is anybody else concerned that this would be high magic for a dilapidated windmill?
You say that out loud?
16. What did you say? Oh, I didn't hear it. I'm 100% focused on.
It to me means that this isn't just a dilapidated.
Right.
While he's asking that question to the ether, Darren. I mean, what I'll give you with that is, I mean, there's definitely
it's a 16, by the way.
Okay, yeah, I heard you.
Okay.
It is definitely it's a magical incantation of some sort. That's for sure. It does appear that the way these are just staying there lit and glowing, it looks like they can be, you would guess, pressed. It is looking for some kind of special order. You think that within the riddle, the fact that it speaks to backwards in time seems important. I mean, that's the riddle is there, so it's about as much as I can give you without actually saying something.
My thoughts are still the same. I think it was shown once, the pattern. We need to show it twice, but it's asking us to do it backwards in time. But do it backwards. That's just my thought. It was star. The triangle just wouldn't be used.
So skip the triangle and hit the star twice.
Yeah, exactly. So it'd be
okay.
Circle,
I'm gonna
star.
So I just do it, Doug. I just go up to it at that point. I'm just like pressing it. Circle, star, diamond, back to star.
Okay, you hit those 4 buttons. As you press the first one, the golden light from the circle turns blue as you touch it. As your hand touches it, you see it kind of turn this bluish color to it. As you press the star, it becomes blue. As you hit the diamond, it becomes blue. And then as you hit the star again, it remains blue. But you see it clearly changes, it shimmers as if accepting that you've hit it. And then everything goes quiet.
Nothing else happened?
Nothing else happens.
Well,
No, I think it actually casts silence.
all right. Well, that was my best guess.
Well, I mean, it doesn't look like it. I mean, nothing negative apparently happened. So
that's good. Yeah. Try to
Darren,
open the door.
I mean, can we tell? Can we tell?
You're the
anything?
closest.
Yeah.
You're the closest person to it. I need you to make a Dex save, please.
Oh, okay. Did
I was counting to see if anything else happened. So waiting to see if anybody did anything. You just couldn't see my hand.
I tried to open the door.
So you headed to the door. Okay. So Darren and Kevin, please make a Dex.
Yeah, you're welcome.
You two are probably the closest too.
I said it, so can't not say it. How about the 3 plus 3, which equals 6?
We were very focused on what we were doing. I rolled 11, but it's not much better.
Okay. As you're basically touching it, kind of like trying to figure out what it is, you see a shimmer from the door, Kevin, as you go to touch it. You see a shimmer of what looks like electricity pulse off of the door. Both of you get slammed by a bolt of energy. It is electric damage in case there's any resistances to that. If not...
I'm resistant.
Are you? If not, it is 10 points of electricity damage.
Emotionally resistant. 10 points?
10 points.
That was a lot.
Thank God for those 7 hit points.
Yeah.
And it knocks you... Yeah, there they go. It knocks you basically on the ground. Like basically being shocked. You guys, the other two almost hit you. You see it kind of just fizzle out in front of you, but you see the two of them just knocked on their asses.
Look over at Calsolus on the ground. I've never been very good at race.
I feel like we were close.
And then you see the pattern disappear. And it becomes a regular mirror again, currently. Up to that point, those 4 runes stayed lit.
Did the blast come from the door or from the mirror?
It came from the door. And everything within about 5 feet of it. At that point, the 2 ravens squawk and then fly off.
Reload, quick save.
Quick load.
F9.
I get up, dust myself off, and go back and look at the mirror again.
As you do, you see the pattern. As soon as your face gets close to it, you see the pattern pop up again. Star, diamond, star, circle, very quickly. And then the 4 reappear again in gold letters.
That was the trick. We needed to make them disappear again.
Did it well...
That's saying something, but we can't hear him.
Well, he's not there either.
Yeah, that's why I've got
Not that
myself
far.
muted, because my insight, I got that.
Can't
Where
see
was
it.
the? You said it was in the chat, but I don't see it. Where did you put the?
Oh, I didn't. I couldn't find a way to put it in there. Hold on.
I thought
Let
you
me.
said page.
I started to, but I can't do anything in Discord while we're streaming because I'm grabbing cameras. So hang on a second.
Oh.
Let me.
Said something appeared twice and then backwards, right?
Yeah. hang on.
Backwards.
Let me-
Backwards in time.
I paused the
time.
stream cameras for a minute so I could switch over here and do this. Here it is. There it is.
Oh,
I
Jesus
put it in the
Christ.
curse at Ravenspire chat.
Tiny. Okay.
Are you kidding me? Okay, there they are. It's in there.
So Casimir. Apparently, we pressed him.
What do you mean?
When I came back up to the mirror, that first. Did anyone else even see the signs besides me, Doug? Like the first ones?
Anybody that's
Not
up
the ones
close can
that-
see it. Yeah, anybody that's
Okay.
close can see it.
Okay. So the first pattern, the star, diamond, star, circle.
Mm-hmm.
The riddle says what is shown once must be shown twice. It only appeared the first time before we pressed the buttons. It is now shown a second time. It flashed a second time when we came back to the mirror.
Hmm. Right. That's a good point. It did need to be shown twice and then done in reverse?
Yeah, I wonder if we pressed
Maybe?
it
Oh, God.
too soon.
I'm going to stand back.
Yeah, you go ahead.
Is there anything I can roll, Doug, to try to verify my line of thinking, or
What's your line of thinking? Help me out.
I'm just wondering if that's if what we're thinking is, I guess, I don't know.
I think what Darren
What
is
is-
trying to say is that he needed to wait for those runes to be shown twice in the mirror before pressing the buttons backwards.
I mean, that's what I'm thinking. I don't know.
Give me an
if there's
insight.
anything-
Give me an insight check on that.
Okay. I'm gonna ask for some mental support on this again.
Yep, fair enough.
I don't know that I need it, but I'm gonna roll it just to see what I get for a total. Where'd it go? Do you see? Oh, there it is. Okay, 30.
Wow. Okay, so what you're thinking here is you're wondering if it didn't show fast enough.
I'm wondering if, because the
You pressed
riddle
it too fast?
supposedly says what is shown once must be shown twice. So I'm wondering if I needed it to appear again, because you said when I walked up, the original ones appeared a second time.
Huh?
Right? The original 4 appeared again. So I'm wondering if when I pressed it, it was because that first set had only appeared once. So I'm wondering if that was the issue.
With a 30 insight, I will tell you what you just said is true in that it has only shown it once.
So if you step
You-
back and get it to reappear again, right now.
It has shown it twice now.
It has now shown it twice. That is correct. But there's something in that riddle. I mean, if you're suggesting you need to walk away and have it reset, well, you could test that, I suppose. Let's see what happens.
Right, but then
There's,
Well, I
there's
guess-
definitely
yeah,
something. There's definitely something to the first part of the riddle twice that has not been, with that insight check, has not been met. At least up to that point.
Right, so we show it twice, and then we do it backwards.
But
I was
it
going to
has
say,
been twice.
what if you put it in
Press it
correctly?
And then do it backwards.
No, what I'm saying. Yeah, I was going to say, yeah, do star, diamond,
or
star,
diamond,
circle,
circle.
star, or
Star.
circle, yeah.
Star,
Circle, star,
diamond,
diamond.
star. Yeah.
What was the hit?
So you do go up and give it a try. I'll do it this time. I'll take the hit.
We both
All right.
took the hit the first time.
That's true. That's true. All right. Go up to it.
Yeah.
As oh my god, I'm sorry. Forgotten your character. Oh, Lysander. There we go. There you go. As Lysander's saying it, in agreement, as it's worth a try. Do just that. It's been shown once. Show it again. So press star, diamond, star, circle.
Okay. You
Circle,
press. Okay, so let me
diamond.
describe what you see first. So as you hit the star, again, it turns. This time turns. It turns sort of greenish to start, and then turns blue. But you definitely see it shimmers a slightly different color first. And the same thing happens for the diamond, the star, and the circle. All are now again glowing blue. What are you doing? What are you gonna do from there?
And then, oh god. And then I'm going to press circle, star, diamond, star.
Ooh, you just got on my 10-second timer. I was on 9. So
Oh.
as you start to press it, yes, you see the same thing happen as you put it in reverse. This time, showing it a second time. That is the riddle. You got it now. So whoever said that out loud, I think it was Kevin and Drew, kind of together. As you press the star that second time, going backwards, you see them all turn green, and you hear a click in the door.
Jump, dive. Ah.
How many wizards does it take to open a windmill door?
Too many.
The door is open, and as the door, it just like clicks. It's unlocked. You hear it. You definitely hear it unlocked. It doesn't open. It is unlocked.
Well done, boys and girls.
Open it.
Cleric, a warlock, and a sorcerer walk into a windmill.
Okay,
All right.
God for the cleric.
what's everybody gonna do?
What's that?
Literally.
Swings open, or you just hear the click?
You just heard a click. Yep.
Did you say it sort of opened when it clicked? Like this-
No, you just heard a click.
No, okay. Yeah, What's that?
Nothing. Go ahead.
I look at the two guys like, you want to go first? You want me to go first?
I got it. I can see in the dark.
Finally
so can we
clarifies. Yeah. So yeah, everyone can right now.
Don't worry, I can see the dark.
Well, we were all wondering, so thanks.
It answers the question of why he was able to see in the Durst house that was unclear before.
Walking straight through the dark.
And what none of you saw was me walking up walls.
Yes, you guys
Something's
missed
off
that.
about this dude. Can't
When he
fuck
fought,
him up
when he fought the zombies in the back room, and I couldn't hit him, he was on the ceiling, fighting the zombies.
Oh my god! I could
Nobody
have.
saw
Someone
it.
else would have gone in there.
I know. It's pretty awesome.
That's
What
great.
are you doing, Lionel Richie? Get down here.
Yeah. Hey, get down here.
All right. So, Kevin, are you opening the door?
Yes.
Okay. Door clicks open. As it opens, an acrid smell comes through immediately. Definitely something horrible, some horrible stench just pours through the door as you open
Cheese? Good cheese?
Bad cheese.
Bad
it.
cheese.
Bad cheese.
Like old man
Sm-
farts.
It smells like it's musty. It smells of dead flesh, burnt flesh. It smells terrible.
I don't know if we should go in here.
I mean,
Like,
somebody
we're
went to a
going
lot
in.
of trouble to like lock up their garbage. So
we sacrificed 20 hit.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. At this point, we got to get the loot.
So,
All right,
Kevin, the
just
door is
go
just
in.
cracked. You smell that as soon as the door cracks, like it's just holding it back. But the door starts to crack open.
Wait, say it again. What does it smell like? I thought it was a joke. Hold on, say it again.
It smells like a musty odor of dead and burnt flesh.
Okay. Got it. Okay. Oh. Nasty. Pull my cloak up over my nose. Stinky. Luckily I don't breathe, so it's fine.
I don't think that's true, but sure.
it is true. Yeah, I
Yes.
don't think he breathes.
Oh,
Yeah, I don't
okay.
breathe.
Oh, there you go. All right. Well, you smell it.
I assume
Uh,
I can still smell things, so my
yeah.
olfactory bulb still works. I'm
Yeah.
F. Push the door all the way open. Let
Okay.
the smell out.
Yeah, you do.
Allow it to escape. And start to walk in.
I'm literally right behind him, like peeking over his shoulder like a kid at Christmas.
Okay.
He might not have caught it, but when he said he was going to go in first, I had a look of disappointment.
Okay. All right. Well, the door
What do we
opens.
see?
This is what you see as you two look in. The ground floor here looks to be turned into like what you've seen windmills before in some of your travels. Like you would expect this to be a storage, and then wherever the mechanisms are for the grinding, which would either typically be on the first or second floor. You see none of that on the first floor. You see a number of counters that have been created and built around the back side, and you can see a number of what looks like makeshift ovens have been created. Baskets of old dishware are piled up everywhere. There is clutter just scattered all over. There's a little small chicken coop there. It is currently empty. A large trunk, and just absolute garbage and trash scattered everywhere. It looks terrible. There is a stairwell that leads up on the back side that leads up to the second floor for certain. It's about a 10-foot ceiling here. And then on the left, kind of like right alongside the stairwell, is a corpse of a body. A corpse. A body. Sorry. Can't talk tonight at all. You see a body on the ground. But otherwise, it looks like a kitchen. Looks like a makeshift kitchen of some sort has been created here. And on the two stoves, they don't look like they have any signs of being used any recently. You see a couple of boxes of look like wooden crates where you can see some what look like pastries sitting in there on both stoves.
I'm guessing they are not edible at this point.
That's up
Man,
for you,
even
for
if
you
they
to
are, I
decide.
don't know if we should try that.
You're across the room. It's about 10, 15 feet over
Okay.
there, so it's a little hard to see that. But that's generally what you see. The body looks to be that of a mercenary. You can see absolutely looks like wearing a traveler's cloak. Looks like a chainmail shirt. You can see a sword drawn, nice black boots. Looks like he's been there a while. It's pretty ripe, and maybe what some of the odor is. His face is kind of burned on one side. It looks almost zombified at this point, sort of kind of melted and kind of turning into a skeleton. Probably he's been here for at least a few weeks at minimum. But that's what you see.
Is it obvious how he was killed? Like, is there wounds? Does it look like burn? Is that
it looks like burns to the face. Like his left side of his face looks like charred.
So I'm looking, I guess, at this point then for more traps in and around the stairwell. Also for if there was any sort of mechanism on the inside of around the door for whatever the trap was that we set off earlier.
Yeah, as you poke your head in, first of all, you can give me an investigation check. But at minimum, without any investigation check needed, you see right on the back side of the mirror, you see a kind of a wooden stand, and on it is a crystal which shimmers with electricity. About the size of about 2 inches tall, basically attached to the wall. Some sort of device.
Attached. I would say attached how? All right, am I investigating? What am I investigating?
The investigation roll is just to kind of look for the traps that you said you wanted to look for.
Well, okay, I'm going to step back. As soon as I see that, I am enthralled by whatever that is. Like how that like that mechanism.
Sure.
I guess first.
Sure. Give me an investigation check.
Okay.
First.
All right. I guess, yeah. Does it? Okay. Yeah. Hold on. Yeah, a little better. 13.
You see no signs of other traps in the room as you scan the room quickly. And then you look over and you see this small crystal. Again, it looks very similar. You've seen these before. You've seen wizards use them. Some sort of an arcane focus. And you can see 2 metal prods attached to it that go directly into the wall. And it's sparking. You can
So
see
does it look?
shimmers
Yeah,
of
so it looks like
electricity.
it's got. Would I have any idea how to disarm it?
Probably some sort of. I mean, just looking at it, the whole thing looks electrified. As it sparks and kind of shimmers with electricity, you would think you would probably need some sort of dispel magic of some sort to disarm it. But it seems to be connected to the backside of the mirror, basically.
Yeah.
Does it look like that mercenary dude like tried to grab this thing and he got shot across the?
Unsure.
I mean, just full on like Wile E. Coyote just went to grab it.
I'm not saying it's not impossible, Drew.
Okay.
Yeah, how far away is he from the thing?
About 6-7 feet. 10.
Because I'm thinking that, or he fell asleep on the oven was the other.
So then I'm gonna go check his body. One for loot, and I'm gonna check his hands to see if there's burn marks on either of his hands.
Okay. All right, you head over to the body. Start taking a look. What's everybody else doing? Casimir, he pushes past you just into the room like, let's see.
Inspect the body of the mercenary.
Okay, so you're both going up to the body. All right.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I just beelined it right past you towards the body, essentially.
Oh, I thought you went to the contraption. Kind of.
Okay, so do you want to change what you're going to do, Kevin?
Yeah. I'm gonna go, closer to
the contraption itself.
Okay, well, that's right next to the door, so you just kind of step in and out of the way. And,
Yeah.
you can see
Yep.
this contraption. It's still charged and sparking, it appears. I was going to see what everybody's headed first, and I'll kind of go around the room for actions. Lysander.
So Casimir is checking out the apparatus. Kelsolis is going to rummage through a dead guy's pockets for change.
Yep.
And I think what I'll do is it looks like I'm from the fog of war. I can kind of see there's a little bit of a stairwell up there. I'm gonna start making my way towards that stairwell.
Okay, yeah, you walk into the stair. I'll put you kind of in. Yep, to the back stairwell. Okay, Darren's by the far side of the stairwell. Casimir's right by the door.
And I'll kind of hug the wall, kind of trying to get like eyes and keep, stealthy or not stealthy, but cautiously walk up the stairwell.
Okay, and then Ethan.
I'm gonna bring up the rear, come into the room last, and the door doesn't like automatically close, right?
Nope.
When I come in, stays open.
Stays open and actually creates a little bit of fresh air into this room that smells terrible.
One more glance as I cross the threshold. No mist coming in through the woods.
Nope.
All right, good. I'm gonna trail Lysander and edge towards the stairs with him.
Okay, got it. Okay, Pat. While this is going on, you see celebration of the door opening, and you see the four of them enter. Are you doing anything of note with you and Ismar?
Take note of where the ravens flew off to.
Mm-hmm.
That
you
were
see them fly off. They fly up and then they head south west, kind of towards the back side of this building and in towards the woods that slope up.
Oh, that's right. There were on the backside. It was like woods and then down.
Yeah, you're on a hill,
Okay.
so you got to go down the hill first, and then the woods start to kind of sprawl up this backside of this little hill.
So not necessarily towards anything, but just kind of back into the forest.
Yeah, southwest specifically.
Okay. No, I guess not. I mean,
Just gonna hold.
yeah. Well, actually, ask those two. Should we stop them? I mean, I don't think this is a good idea.
Too late. We're inside.
Maybe there's something useful here. I don't know. They seem capable warriors, especially that Rivers character. I'm sure they'll be fine.
Good point. Good point. Start brushing the horses.
Okay.
You like try to impress Irina by like talking about like your pog collection or something, and then trying to do points.
So I designed my own horseshoes. You know,
Yeah.
It's it's nothing big. Just
You want to see how many push-ups I can do?
Darren,
Works
as
on
you
me.
start to rummage through the body, looking over the body, you don't see any burn marks on their hands at all. He's wearing gloves, and they are pristine. Dirty, but pristine. No burn marks or blood or anything like that. The burns are only on his face and neck. About half. Very two-faced kind of look to it.
Trying to bite it out of the thing? What an idiot.
He says out loud. However, upon closer inspection, Darren, as you look at him and kind of the state that his stuff is in, the boots he's wearing, these black boots, they look like they look nice. Very nice. They haven't gotten dirty. They do look like they may be something more. He also, as you rummage through the body, he is wearing a golden ring that actually has a purple glow to it. And in his pocket,
Taking all the shit.
and in his pocket, he has a red ruby that also has a red glow to it.
All right. So
There's
red
also
ruby.
85 gold
You said
coins.
a purple. You said a purple glow.
Yeah, there's a ring with a purple glow, boots that look very nice, and a ring. And I said ring, a ring with a purple kind of glow to it, clearly magical, and a red ruby about the size of about half the size of a baseball, so maybe like a
Big ass ruby.
yeah, it's a big ass ruby. I'm trying to think of the word for it, but about half the size of a baseball, and it's glowing. Kind of
About the size of a butt plug.
Sure.
Or whatever. I don't know.
Or whatever. It was a ball.
You know.
I was trying to think of a ball, and those little blue balls that you.
Whoa, jeez, all right. Butt plugs and
You're
balls.
not helping.
Doug,
Yeah,
come on.
yeah, that are attached to a
Come
string.
on, Doug.
That didn't help.
Jeez.
Wrong grade.
My
All
word,
right.
Doug.
Yeah. What the heck are those balls? Those blue bouncy balls that you hit. What's that game you hit against
Like
the
a
wall?
racquetball?
Racquetball. Thank you. Good lord.
Okay.
About the
All
size of a
right.
racquetball.
And you said 80?
Thank you.
You said 85 gold.
Yes. 85 gold coins.
All right.
All of the gold coins, they don't look like the coins you saw that Strahd tipped you, and they definitely don't look like the coins from Aerith either.
Yeah, it's probably some poor sucker that from another dimension that got sucked in here.
And he looks like an yeah, absolutely. The fact that he has potentially 3 magical items on him, this looks like a pretty well-to-do adventurer. Sword looks normal. He's got a short sword. Doesn't look like anything special. It's nice. I mean, it's a nice short sword, but not silver or anything special.
Right. Okay. Yeah, definitely pocketing the magical items. You say he was wearing armor of some sort?
It's chainmail. It's like a golden chain shirt. And are you taking his boots off, Darren?
Heck yeah, I am.
Okay. Pull the boots off. All right, so you guys see Darren rummaging through this body, pulling all his stuff off, literally taking his clothes off now. Like it's serious. So while that's happening, the other two are going up steps.
I am still looking for. I'm looking for more signs of burn. I'm looking for more signs of burn marks as I'm taking clothes off.
Got it.
Whatever does
Kevin.
it for you.
Yeah, whatever does it. That's right. Kevin, you're at the contraption, so I'll start with you before I go to the upstairs group.
All right. There are 2 cords coming out of it.
Yeah, 2 metal prongs that go right into the wall, like they were drilled into the wall, and each one kind of grips a side of this little gem, little diamond-y gem, crystal.
Got zapped once.
What's that?
Got zapped once already. Maybe.
You did. You did.
Where are the other exits out of this room?
There's stairs that go up. There's the
Yeah.
door that you're next to, and then there is the body, and then there is the 2 ovens with what looks like boxes of pastries on them. That's everything in the room, and then clutter.
Interesting. Specific. These pastries. Bear claw, donuts, croissants.
You gonna go check them out? You checking them out?
Yeah, I'm gonna go check them out.
Okay.
If they have a cruller, give me a cruller.
They do look like little donuts, and in fact, Kevin, as you look at them, and despite the comments people made about those aren't good anymore, they actually look like they're still pretty well preserved.
Do not eat that, dude.
One says, and you could see a note, a handwritten note next to each box. One says, "Don't use, bad batch," and then the other one says, "This is good." On the other.
Oh. Interesting.
They look like little donuts, no frosting, but like little, just bread and
Holes. Yeah, right. Got it. Okay. I don't have anything that can help me just to figure out what these are. But
You can eat it. You won't.
bad
Give it to
batch.
Rivers. Agree.
Yeah, bad batch and good batch.
Yep.
Take one from the good batch.
Okay.
Tear it open.
Tear it open. Yeah, it looks like a donut, like a just a breaded donut.
Give it a whiff.
Smells fine.
Hmm.
Actually, for you, I'm going to give you a special roll here because I know what you. Well, everyone knows what you are now. Can you give me a perception check on that, please?
I can give you one.
Then I'm going to go upstairs.
That's a 7.
Yeah. Smells good. Tasty. Smells tasty.
Yeah.
These donuts are made of people.
Yeah, I wonder why it's tasty.
They are
Fucking
human
flesh eater.
donuts.
Toilet donut.
Fucking blood jelly, dude.
Yeah, they forgot to add human in the other one. By the bad batch.
Yeah, that's why it's bad.
Oh shit! Forgot to add the human remain.
Fuck yeah. We're making human donuts. We got to add the human. God damn. Every time.
Anything else, Kevin, before I move upstairs?
Do not eat it.
Oh, okay.
Do you seem disappointed? Put it back down,
Okay.
and then go upstairs.
Okay, and you'll follow behind. Okay, the two of you start making your way upstairs while Kevin's digging through, or Darren's digging through bodies.
Hey guys, there's a good batch of donuts.
Pass.
Look so skeptical at that comment.
All right. All right, you start making your way up to the second floor. There is, as your eyes, Drew, start kind of clearing the second floor, and your boots are kind of moving up. You see a huge grindstone in the middle of the windmill. It takes up most of the thing, and then you see stairs along the backside. They continue up to the third floor, and then windows on either side. Four windows that look out outside. Dirt-covered, cake-covered windows. But that's the only thing on this floor. It's actually pretty clean. You just see this. So far, as you're coming up, you just see this giant. This is the machinery for the windmill. This is the grindstone.
Do I notice anything is the grindstone look like it's in working order? Like it's like
Oh, yeah.
whatever is preventing the windmill from working is not at this level.
Yeah. So as you look, as you kind of investigate it from your vantage point of like halfway up the steps, it looks like it's in working order, but it doesn't look like it's connected to any of the, like, you see old chains and ropes that would have connected probably up another level. They're not even connected anymore to it. It looks to be in working order, but you can see it looks like there's some hand cranks that have been kind of installed on the one side of it. It looks like it can only be operated kind of manually right now.
Interesting. And Rivers is behind me. Rivers, do you want to do anything at this level?
I thought Rivers was with me. Did you Oh, you went upstairs. Never mind.
Yeah,
He went
I
upstairs.
think they're upstairs.
Yeah.
No. I'm just kind of silent, scanning, following you. Like, don't want you to just wander into a new area and get fucking ambushed.
I'd like
Look
both
out.
of you.
Do we pass
okay.
the window, Doug? Sorry.
Yeah. Let me see where the window is. Hold on. Because you're at the top of the steps. Unless you walk in further, let me move you in to the second floor. All on the same map. I'm just going to move you over.
Like there's 4 windows on this. One on each
I
of
assume
the-
I didn't just see those dudes.
No, that's from the original map. Sorry. There are no dudes. I imported this map.
No dude.
Sorry. Took them off.
No dudes here.
No dudes.
Viewless windmill.
So yeah, there is a window as you're coming up the steps that looks out to the north. So you can't see Pond, you just kind of see out. I mean, you can barely see more than probably 5 feet. Like it's so crusted over. And then there's a window up on the north side if you're going to continue up.
Sorry, Doug. I think everybody got distracted.
I got so fixated on the cat, so I do pass the window.
Yeah, so the first window is at the stair level, so
Oh,
that
cool.
faces out to the north. Sorry,
Yeah,
so you
I
can't
just want
see
to look out
patterns.
and just want to look out the window, make sure it's the same fucking planet. We
Yes.
haven't crossed into some weird dimension. Like,
Yeah.
all right,
It's
cool.
good.
All good, all good.
All right, so
Yeah,
Lysander, are you going to
rivers out there? And
Yeah.
are you going to continue walking around the outside towards the next set of steps, Drew?
yeah.
Okay.
Ethan, I was totally fixated on Keanu's butthole too. Don't worry about it.
So,
Not paying attention to that
You
one.
you would pass a second window, which would now face kind of westish from your vantage point, and you don't see you see the backside of the windmill. Basically, you don't see anything. Again, very hard to see much. You can see the wooden planks outside of it, maybe a few feet beyond that, but it's so dirty, it's really hard to see anything with any real value.
It doesn't open either, right?
You want to try to open it?
Yeah, open it up.
It does open. You see a latch?
Open it up.
It opens up.
Yeah.
I need the two of you to make stealth rolls, please, for me. I just want to see how much noise you're making.
I'm very sneaky.
And as you, and I'd like you to roll with disadvantage, since neither of you specifically said you were stealthing or anything.
If I already have disadvantage, do I have to double disadvantage?
No, it's just disadvantage.
You automatically fail. Don't roll.
Yeah, it just says no, don't try. And then as you come around to the far side, Lysander and Rivers, as you're coming around the stairs up on that platform, and you see the next set of stairs, you can see along this stone grinder, along the right side of it, so at the side you can now see, you do see there are some white powder scattered all over the floor there. Looks like it's been swept over to the side. It's like in piles.
And we're walking over it right now.
Yeah, it's next to the stairs. You wouldn't walk
yeah.
over it. It looks like somebody swept it into
Yeah,
like a corner.
Lean down and take a pinch of it and do the little little finger test. Consistency.
Rather
Can't
than
tell
your
what it
teeth.
is.
It's a powder. Whatever it is, it's been ground up. It's like the remains of whatever would have been ground up here. So you would think like some sort of flour.
Yeah, you would think, huh?
Yeah.
Totally not bone meal. Nope.
Yeah, you'd think it was flour. You'd think I would taste it. I'm not gonna put it in my mouth.
That's too bad. We don't have Jason
All right.
here for those moments.
Yeah. Eat the bone.
It's a
dust.
bottle of the plague. Taste
yeah.
it.
Or if
Alright,
you're mad, you just crush some dude's skull and it sprays in your mouth anyway.
Or that. But yeah, that's what you see. And what were those stealth rolls, please?
I got a
With
3.
advantage was a 10.
Got it.
Rivers is actively trying to make himself known as he's walking up the stairs.
Yeah.
He's a big man. He's got big boots, making
Big
a lot
boots,
of noise.
armor.
Yeah,
Armor hits the wall as he's going up the side, like
Ain't no one gonna be surprised by me going up the stairs. That's for sure.
yeah. As you come up these stairs, yeah, you're not quiet. Drew, not all that loud, but generally not super quiet. As you your boots, just kind of the wooden floors. It's not quiet. Your armor very loud. And as you're making your way up that stair, you finally, as you get to this upper plank, you see the powder. You start to bend down. You hear movement above you, kind of like a scurrying sound, like a.
Like 4 legs or 2 legs?
Hard to tell.
Okay.
But it may be 4 legs, yeah. I mean, the way it moved, sure. It sounded maybe more like 4 legs.
Yeah. Keep going upstairs.
Margatha, are you back? You hear a voice from above.
Death.
You all hear that, all the way up and down. You hear a voice because he calls out. Male voice. You hear, Morgatha, is that you? Are you back already? And you hear footsteps moving towards the stairs above you. Not the skirting sound. Now you hear bootsteps.
Right. Cast disguise self to look like the dude who, what I can think his face looked like before he got burned off.
Okay. Okay. You do that. Okay. Rivers, what are you doing? If anything.
Is it possible to like reposition myself while I hear that to like the side or back side of the stairs quickly?
Yeah.
So that if someone was coming down, that it would be difficult to like see below and behind, like in
Sure.
an ambush spot, essentially.
Yeah, I mean, you could kind of come here behind the bone grind, by the, grinder here,
Yeah.
the grindstone.
Yeah.
Like
Like I'm not necessarily
bone
trying
grinder
to
that you just
actively
wanted to call it?
hide, just
I
like
did.
essentially.
It's in the name of the map. I forgot to change the name of the map. I mean, it's pretty clear what it is.
I don't want to like. I'm not necessarily trying to like actively hide. I just want to get in a position where someone coming downstairs, like I would be able to rush them from the back if shit hit the fan, kind of.
You wouldn't be able to rush them from the back, but you can definitely be off to the side where they wouldn't necessarily see you right away. You'd be more
Alright,
of a
that's
from
fine.
the side.
That'll
There's really not a lot of places to hide up here. It's pretty much behind it or back down the stairs.
Yeah. Okay.
Drew, so you've changed. Darren, you hear it. Casimir, you're coming up the stairs at this point. You hear this voice. Pat, unfortunately, you don't hear it that far out. He's not yelling. He just kind of calls out. Morgatha, is that you? Darren.
Darren, if you're talking, you're muted.
You're still muted if you're talking. You may have lost your battery there. He's switching batteries, so I'll go to Kevin instead for the moment. Kevin, what are you doing?
Continuing up. I haven't. I'm behind them, right? Behind
Yeah.
Lysander.
Yeah, so you hear this voice from up above, and you continue up the steps?
Yes.
Okay.
Like to the
Darren?
third floor? No, the second floor, right?
Back to the second floor, so it'll be coming up
Yeah,
behind
okay.
you,
All right, cool.
Ethan. Darren, you back with us? Testing? Nope. Can't hear you. Oh, the sound issues. It's always one a night.
Please stand by.
Please stand by. We're going to commercial break.
That would be a good time to go to the When Bards Attack merch store. Buy yourself a
That's-
t-shirt.
That's right. That's right. It would be
Perfect
if
time
we had
for
a
our
merch. If we had a merch store or anyone watching, I don't know.
A reminder: this is brought to you by our sponsor, Klarna.
That's not true. We're not sponsored by anyone. Just to be clear.
Oh yeah,
For-
sorry.
For legal reasons.
On YouTube.
There is no sponsors here currently, but do remember to click like and subscribe, as Ethan likes to remind us, in case someone actually is watching. Meanwhile,
Can you hear me? Hello?
we can
Hello?
hear you
Yeah,
now.
we can hear you.
Perfect.
Okay, cool.
We went to
All right.
commercial break while
no.
you were gone. It's fine.
Cool.
We possibly may get sued now, but it's all good.
That's how.
Right
That's
on,
how
man.
it
Right on,
is.
John.
Talked about our
Always
sponsor,
on the table.
MeUndies.
Yeah,
Uh,
No, just kidding. Just kidding. Just kidding.
by Liquid Death.
Yeah.
All right, Darren.
Before I get to the actions, when I was checking this dude's armor, what type of armor did you say it was?
It is a chain shirt, medium armor chain
shirt.
shirt.
Okay, I was thinking something. For some reason, I was thinking it was heavy armor.
It is not.
Okay.
It's medium armor.
Okay. So I heard the voice. I was kind of in and out. Was there anything else besides the voice that I would have heard or known? Or?
Nope. So far, you just heard a voice. You didn't hear the steps or anything like that. You just hear, Margatha, is that you? I didn't think you'd be back yet. something to that extent, and then you saw Casimir was headed up the stairs as those words were being yelled.
Okay. I'm gonna. Yeah, I guess if I hear that, I'm gonna leave the poor dead guy alone and start following Casimir up the stairs.
Okay, you do. Okay, Pat. Horses are happy and petted. I'm gonna sadly keep going here, but
I'm just going to try to keep an eye out from where the horses. I'm sorry, where those ravens were actually coming from. Just like every few in conversation, point back over to the corner and just if anything is moving from that direction or if they're coming back. But otherwise, just try to seem kind of buff a little bit.
Yeah, all clear so far.
Ooh. Doug, can I? Sorry. Can I go back for a second?
Sure.
So as I look back at the door is still open, right?
Yeah.
Okay. As I get up and I'm kind of done rummaging around, I start walking up the stairs. I look back at the door, and I'm gonna cast what the hell? Thaumaturgy and slam the door shut loud enough so hopefully that Pat hears it and sees it.
Okay. All right.
That Roger sees the door slammed shut.
He's watching the window in that area, so yeah. So Pat, instead, what you see is good Lord, Calsolas start to head up the stairs. You see him walk past the door, and then you see a sudden just shimmer of air, and you just see this door just slam shut.
That can't be right. I'm gonna go check it out.
Because you're probably gonna have to unlock the door to get back in.
Yeah, and I'm not smart enough to figure that out, guys.
That's why I was shaking. That's why I was shaking my head and sort of laughing internally.
Yeah.
But
Weird.
I figured that. I was like, I think that door just locks close. Whatever.
Pat's
all right, so
like video game NPC guard at the horses, like must have been the wind. Just,
I'll go check this out.
Yeah.
all right, so Pat, when the door does slam, what are you doing?
Yeah, tell them that can't be right, and I'm gonna go check on them.
You want me to follow you?
Yeah, Irina, come too. Let's not leave any person alone.
Okay. Right. She looks exhausted, but yeah, she'll. Yes.
Do you want to piggyback?
Sorry. She looks at
Serious.
no.
She looks upset at that comment.
He draws his sword, and he'll start making his way to the door. So that'll be this round. You guys will walk towards the door. Okay. Because you're about 30 feet away. So you make your way around. Lysander, you see someone come down the steps about 10 feet in front of you. You see boots, black trousers is the first thing you see. Then it continues down. You see some sort of a black shirt, all dressed in considerable black colors, a little bit darker gray on the tunic itself. Some sort of pretty thick padding that you can see. It's kind of poofed up a little bit. Wearing a hood, you see a totally kind of like black face, like pitch black face. Two glowing kind of golden eyes, pointed ears. You don't see any hair at all. It's covered by the hood if there are any, but it might be jet black, kind of similar to yours. You see a lot of similarities to you as you see it, but more of a black face to it, almost like looking into the night.
Is it like a drow?
Darker though.
Darker than a drow.
Yeah, like just like literally slate black, like skin. As you see these two kind of glowing eyes, he kind of comes down a couple steps and stops short as he sees you, like just completely, like draws his weapon. How are you back? You son of a bitch!
Back from the dead, asshole.
Oh Jesus!
Which is hilarious for me. They
killed
this dude. They killed this dude once weeks ago.
He's back,
Yeah.
dude. Weeks later.
Very impressive.
So
That dude's got to lay
hilarious.
off the bone meal, man.
He ate the wrong donut.
How many
So
times do we have
good.
to teach you this lesson, old man?
Too good. All right.
Is he at the bottom of the stairs when he does this, or is he like on the stairs?
He's
like,
he's at the
midway
top.
down?
He's like halfway
Oh,
down the
okay.
steps. When
Are
he
we going into combat? Do I get a surprise round?
we are certainly going into combat. We are
Jesus.
not at surprise, but I mean, he clearly sees you there.
I mean, I think
he's
he'd be
not-
surprised to see a dead body.
Well, he's definitely he's surprised in that way. Yes, for certain. Which is hilarious. I guess it was a 50-50 shot. This guy was somebody that worked here or somebody they killed.
I mean, I figure I'm either gonna throw him off or I'm gonna like pass muster or something like that. So,
And you'd say from his features, I mean, the pointed ears is somewhat of a dead giveaway, Drew, but he definitely looks like some sort of a fey creature.
oh, okay.
All right, I need everybody to roll initiative.
Please allow me to
And you're gonna, unfortunately, I hit the button too fast, so I'm gonna need you to read them out to me in just a second. So, all right, Casimir, we'll start with you.
12.
Got it. Cal Solis,
11.
Lysander,
17.
Rivers. How much?
14.
14. And Roderick,
16.
16. And I'll have Ismark go with you, just to keep things easy and neat and tidy. No action there. Yeah, he pulls out his sword. He's just, I thought I killed you, and he just dives at you. Drew, he just lunges at you with this. He pulls out this small sword. Looks like a rapier. It's actually a scimitar. Excuse me. And takes a swing at you. He tries to jump in front of you. That is a 22 to hit. Takes a swing. I think that's a hit. Followed by a...
Hold on, I got something I think I want to do for that.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Real quick, be like, say back from the dead, asshole, and cast silvery barbs. Make him re-roll that.
Okay, got it. That gets turned into a 9. So yeah, so he's just, as he says that, he gets confused and just takes a swing, goes wide, but he does come back around, top down, trying to swing down at you. Bastard, I'll kill you again. With an 8, 2 swings misses, and that's his go. And then Lysander goes over to you, followed by Roderick. So you guys are on the stairs together.
Cool. So real quick, like, my rapier just kind of forms into my hand, like out of my hand. He kind of calls it 'cause it's a packed weapon, and I will kind of point it at him, but like rather than squaring off, I'm just going to cast Eldritch Blast and blast him in the face.
Okay. There you go. That's what it looks like.
Yeah. He the tall one or the short one?
Yeah, the tall one. Okay. Eldritch Blast, roll a hit.
21.
That's a hit.
Take 3 points.
3 points. Just clips his side. Anything else?
Yes, I will give Rivers, which is Ethan's character. I keep getting Rivers and Roderick mixed up. I apologize. I'll get it as soon as we're done with this game.
Apologies.
Yeah, don't apologize. It's their fault.
Yeah, it's their fault. They ride this. I met up at the same time. Got kind of illiterate names, so
That's a good point.
Give give Rivers bardic inspiration.
Okay, got it.
That's one
think I can
one
get it
extra
as a-
D4 I can use. I always forget.
D6, right?
Yeah.
And it's one of them.
Let me
Yeah,
confirm
1d4.
I can do that as a bonus action. Hold on a second.
You can't.
I think I can. Yeah.
Yeah. It's, yeah.
Okay. In the meantime, Roderick, you get to the door. You and Ismark. You hear, as you get to the door, you hear a shout. I thought we killed you once! I'll kill you again! You hear that yell, and then the sound of metal on stone. Ka-ching, ka-ching! That's all
You also
very...
hear back from the dead asshole.
Yeah, you hear it all. Back from the dead, asshole. And then, yeah, that's what you hear. As you damn, they're under attack, Ismark says. And he looks at the door.
We got to get in
All
there.
right.
Can you bust it down?
Of course I can.
Do it for Irina.
While he says that, I mean, you're standing by there. The mirror is now showing the four things have now shown, and as you guys approached.
All right.
I mean, they did see us messing with it, right? Like,
Oh yeah,
they would have
absolutely. He's not stupid, but he did not know
Yeah.
the official.
No, but he definitely
So-
saw that we had to do something.
So, Pat, I'm going to let you. I mean, you already heard it. You know what it is. So you have to decide for your character. And, would you think he is smart enough to have figured this riddle out by himself?
Ismark's like, bust it
No,
down.
there's no way. There's no way.
There's some.
Look-
I know there's a trap
look-
here. Can we break it down?
I can certainly try.
This is gonna hurt.
Wait. What if we? Oh man, this is. Doug, hit the mirror.
Hit the mirror.
Crack the mirror.
Just try to smash it.
Just say stand back.
Okay, you say stand back. He does. And then what are you hitting it with?
The hammer, the war hammer. Yeah.
Okay. Well, what's that made out of? Metal?
The
Just check. I know.
see if it can conduct electricity.
It's metal.
Yeah, I mean,
know
I
what
would imagine.
You swing into it. The mirror shatters. Just shatters into pieces.
Smile right as
and-
it's shattering.
Yeah. And as it does, this jolt of electricity just pours through the hammer. There is no dex save on this, unfortunately, since you just smashed through it. But the last thing you hear before this hits is the door click.
It worked.
I got it.
Oh, shit. 16 points of electricity damage.
Damn.
That is a 3d6. I rolled 2 5s and a 6.
I
Come on, man.
I think you just Wile E. Coyote back to the horses. Just
16.
But you hear the door click, and with that sound, Ismark will open the door and charge in. Here's the footsteps. Sees Lysander, or excuse me, Calso's going up the steps. He will. I'll describe when you get in there, Pat. And he'll run up behind you, Calsolas. That's his whole go for this round. Pat, that's your action. Would you like to take any movement?
Yeah, get in there.
Okay. As you head in, you will see on the ground is a crystal that is right at the floor, and that's and then the stairs that go up, plus the dead body that is stripped of most of his clothes, definitely his boots, and then the ovens and the pastries.
I'm coming back for that armor if we don't have to run out of here.
Don't touch that dead body.
Okay.
Man, I want to step on this crystal.
I would like to think that Irina asks if you're okay, but I'm pretty sure your ears are ringing so bad you can't hear her.
Just even if she says anything, even if just smile and yeah, start moving towards the steps wherever the sound's coming.
You make your way up the steps. Okay, Rivers, over to you. As the three of them come in, yes, and Arena does come in behind you, just kind of making sure you're okay, kind of looking at you, but yeah, just you kind of rush past, and she follows behind. She sees the body. What are you doing? Anything with the crystal? You just kind of jump, just kind of move past it.
I'm gonna move past it. I want to step on it, but
okay, got it. And the three of you make your way to the stairs. Rivers, over to you. You see this fight on the stairwell starting.
I mean, how wide is the stairwell?
You can get enough in that you could get into melee range. Just you and Kelso, right at the bottom of the steps. You could get a swing off.
Really wanted you to lure this guy down so I could try to push him out of the window.
Ooh.
Well, you should have told me about your plan.
Well, the plan formed after things were already in motion.
I love that this dead body walked back up the stairs for me.
Yeah,
I
like that of all
so
the all the disguises. I mean, it is the I wouldn't have picked anything else, so I can't complain. Yeah, I'll try to just I'll try to finagle my way onto the stairs and battle cry, but then let me just scooch right past you and then swing at this guy.
What I'll say is, because you can get into melee range, you could technically grab him on the steps. You could make a grapple attack.
Grab his legs.
You could grab him, his legs, his arm, his body, whatever. If you want to drag him to the window and try to throw him out, that's certainly possible.
Well, how high up the steps is the other side of the millstone from where I'm at right now?
It's the millstone is about 5 feet away. I mean, it's right next to you.
If I was trying to grab his ankles from the ground, not on the steps, you know what I'm saying? Literally, reach
yeah, he's
up
about because he came down further to attack Drew, so he's really only about 3 feet up. You'd be able to reach up and grab him. You could drag him down and pull him if you wanted.
I mean, that seems pretty cool.
Do what you'd like.
We are well versed in the grapple rules at this point.
I know the grapple rules forwards and backwards.
Yeah, why not? I'll do that. I'll try to, if I can, try to catch him off guard while he's swinging at this dude and run up on him and try to drag him off the stairs onto the floor over here.
Okay. All right. So give me an athletics check, contested by my. He's going to use acrobatics as he tries to dip out of the way, because he does move pretty agilely.
18.
Damn.
18. That is his AC, so I'm going to give you... That's a hit, so you had to get an 18 or above. You just get him. He tries to wiggle out of the way, can't quite get it. You drag him, pull him down. What do you want to do with him? So he's now kind of, on the floor at this point.
That's an action, right?
Yeah. I mean, if as part of that action, if you want to try to, grab him and toss him out the window is all one big kind of move, I'm fine with that. Like a wrestling, grab, grapple, pull him down, and spin him around and out the window, you can certainly try that.
I think at this point it's more I'm just gonna try to crank him with my flail.
Okay. All right, so that'll be next round, but that's your action. So you've got him on the ground, he's prone, he's grappled, prone. I'd say he probably would fall. I'm just gonna color that.
Yeah,
Casimir.
I was gonna say, is he prone?
Yeah, because he was on the steps and you grabbed him from the legs. I'll assume a natural just gets.
Can I go ahead? Can I use action surge and just smoke him with the flail?
Of course you can. Yeah.
Right, so I'm gonna do that.
Okay. He's prone, so this attack will be with advantage.
7 to hit. Wow, straight roll to 1.
Roll.
That's so
Roll again.
Roll again. It's advantage because he's prone.
Oh yeah.
And you have a bardic inspiration, which is an extra 1d6.
No, you don't need it. Don't need it.
You did 20.
Oh yeah, I
hits.
forgot about the bardic inspiration.
Yeah. Well, the natural one's always a miss, regardless of bardic. So.
6 damage. And
6.
you can't add
okay.
bardic's inspiration to damage, right?
I don't believe so.
No, it's just ability. It's just chaps or
yeah.
Yep.
Okay, cool.
Gills.
Okay. Got it. You bash him over the head with the flail. Ugh. Get down here! He yells. So his response, Casimir, followed by Calsolis.
All right, so it's just this one guy, right?
Yeah, but you did hear him just
For now.
yell, "Get down here!"
Right. Oh, as in there are more people upstairs.
That's the impression you get.
10 more troops file down the stairs.
It's a pretty small space for 10 more people to be in.
Yeah.
You're very cozy.
Go. I am going to. I'm going to make my way up the stairs.
Okay, you just go climb over the body and just continue up.
Yep.
Okay. Oops. 20. Sorry, I'm trying to move you myself. 20, 25, 30. So you'll basically get right to the top of the stairs, so I will move you into area 3 and tell you what you see. You're going over to the other map. Sorry. Okay. Kevin, what do you see as you come up the stairs? Get you in there. Couple of things. As you're coming up the steps, you see, and you barely make it to the top of the stairs, so as sort of the crest of the stairs come up, you see a creature on all 4 legs, dressed in shambles of clothing, rags, covering a hood, rags draped over, long and tattered. You see a hood look up. It's moving on all 4s, but it looks like a humanoid walking on all 4s. It doesn't look like a dog or a creature. It looks like a person on all 4s. Looks up, hisses at you, and as it does, you see that the face is almost just, again, this totally dark color, twisted, wrinkled face, all black skin, purple glowing eyes, no mouth that you can see. It's almost invisible. All you hear is a hiss come from within this darkened hood. It pretty much just see 2 glowing eyes as it hisses at you. It's about 10 feet away. The other thing you see in this room is a bed, single bed, which doesn't look like it's been used in some time, and then 2 crates on the far side of the room.
Okay.
2 large metal crates.
So do I have any more room to move here?
You have no more
did
movement
that-
for movement, but you're up
movement,
on the
yeah.
floor. You can see him. He's about 10 feet away.
Got it.
It's
Okay.
basically melee round, 8 to 10 feet away. The
Right, but I
space is
cannot.
too hard for me to see.
Cannot touch, but I can do distance attack, sort of.
Yeah.
Okay. I am going to cast Ice Knife.
Ice knife.
I believe
Did you take-
that's 5.
You're out of range.
60 feet.
You're
5, yeah,
just
okay.
out of range.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, it says 60 feet.
That's how far you can throw it. The
Got
explosion
it.
is 5 feet around him, so you're just
Oh,
out of
right.
range.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I'm sorry. I remember. Oh, no. Yeah. Okay. But I am gonna nonetheless cast that.
Okay.
And yeah, I did take that feat, Doug.
Yep. Okay. Got it. Good to know. So you re-roll all 1s, I believe.
Yes.
If they come up.
just
the damage.
on damage, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And cannot be resistant to it.
Yes. All right. So I'm gonna do that at level 2, and that is a. Oh, I was on a 15 and rolled over to a 13 total.
13 is still a hit.
Yeah.
Hits the creature, digs into its shoulder. Go ahead and give me the damage on the knife part of it.
Great. That is 7 points of damage.
Okay, nothing to reroll there. Okay, and then I dex check, and then you do what? You went at level 2, so it's higher.
Yeah.
Failed
And
its
then-
dex save.
All right. The target creature, each creature must succeed on dexterity saving throw or take 2d6 cold damage. When it's second level The increase is so it's 3d6.
3d6 cold damage. As this explosion of ice sprays across the room.
Oh, an additional 16 points.
Nice. Again, nothing to re-roll, but yeah, you see this its shoulder just gets encased in this brine of cold and frost. It recoils back. Okay, anything else?
That I believe is all I have.
Calsolus.
Two.
All right, so Lysander and Rivers are engaged with the guy on the second floor, right?
Yep.
Essentially.
Yep, and on the ground, and you're basically about 5 feet up to get up onto that floor.
Okay. And then I saw Casimir keep going up, right?
Yeah, he jumps over the body and continues dashing up the stairs.
Okay. I will then. I'm going to keep going up the stairs. As I go, I'm going to pull out my crossbow, take a shot at the guy that's laying on the ground.
Okay.
And I'm going to keep running, following Casimir up the other stairs after I fire, or on the way.
And what is your movement? Is it 30 standard?
John Woo style. Yeah, standard 30. As far as I can get, anyway.
20, 25, 30. Yeah, you'll be just at the bottom of the stair, like basically like halfway up the stairs, kind of head level, just kind of see Kevin, and that's about it. I'll move you up there. I gotta put you in the room just because of the way the squares lined up, but no, you're behind Kevin. Theater of mind wise. Okay,
Yeah.
Your shot on the prone guy.
Okay.
And definitely get sneak attack damage as he is surrounded for sure. If it is.
Well, I rolled a 20 on one of my dice, so a natural 20.
There you go. Wow, that's going to be execution style. Okay, wow. What's the normal damage on the bow?
Crossbow would be. Well, it's adding it in automatically already,
Yeah,
so it's
so-
1d6 plus 3 would be the
So
normal.
Yep, so 9 plus a d6, so go ahead and roll a d6.
Would be another 3.
So 12 points through, and then what's your sneak attack damage currently?
Another d6.
Just a d6, so another 6 plus
Yeah.
a d6. So 6 more, got that.
12.
And then 6
So
more.
then another 6.
Yeah. Okay.
How
You
much was
run
that?
past.
What was it?
So that was 12 plus. Would you roll 3 on the first thing?
3. Yeah.
Yeah. 24 points of damage total.
Nice.
Almost would have one-shot him. He only had 27 hit points. As you run past, you shoot down into the ground, right through his skull, just insta-kill, absolutely, as you run up.
And just keep running.
And you keep running. However, as the arrow goes in, and you see his eyes going back into its head, you all see him explode into radiant light. Just kind of a explosion, and you see the body just turns into flames and ash, almost like a vampire, except much more explosive. I need everybody to make a Constitution saving throw, please.
Hey, that's
Everybody?
All 3 of you. Yep. Darren, I'm going to let you make it an advantage because you were like, since you colored it as
good.
running.
Yeah. Good. A little better. 13.
That's a save. Rivers, that's a save. And Drew? That is a fail. All right, so...
I'm gonna inspo that.
Okay, go ahead.
Use my inspiration. God damn it!
Looks like the same roll to me.
Roll.
I rolled the
luckily,
same thing.
I rolled pretty low. It's 4 radiant damage, so half to the 2 that saved, so 2. Drew, it's 4. However, Drew, unfortunately, you just turned around to look straight at it as it goes. You are blinded for 1 round. All right. All right. Back to the top of the round. Kevin.
As I run by, I'm like, come on, boys. What are you screwing around with this dead body for?
Okay. You see a Lysander like, friggin' eyes. Okay. Kevin, as you blast this thing, and Kevin, as you come up, or Darren, as you come up, give me a nature check, Darren, because you are pretty informed in stuff.
Nature's not really my thing, but sure. Yeah, that's not my thing. Told you.
Got it. You see a ragged creature that I described earlier. Nothing more. However,
It's like
Kevin,
the one skill I'm not proficient in, other than
Well, I tried. He rears back, Kevin, and you see this thing rear back, and it steps and it stays standing on two legs, and it kind of recoils back from this magic as if it's like trying to get away from you. Kind of burrows into the side of the wall. It kind of hisses at you again, and you see it reach into its cloak, pulls out something in its hand, looks like a crystal of some sort. It begins to glow bright white, and in his left hand, you see a ball of fire appear. And he throws it at you. What's your AC?
I don't like that. 16.
That's a nat 1. So, as he does, you see this giant ball of fire about the size of a baseball or softball just goes wide and just slams into the stone wall behind you and right above your head, Cassolus. This fire just explodes around, does no damage, and that's his whole. That's his whole go. That is it. All right. That guy's dead. Lysander.
I am blinking furiously, trying just Jack Burton looked at David Lopan kind of shit.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Yeah. So, skip.
Okay, got it. Love it. Roderick, you run up the stairs, you and Ismark. You see Lysander blinking into the air here, trying to see what's going on. You see there is no body anymore. It's incinerated. That's what you see. You see Rivers, Lysander staring up at the sky. What would you like to do? And you probably see Calsolus's tail at the top of the stairs, as he's kind of like halfway up the stairs.
Yeah, keep running up.
Okay.
Push the full movement.
Okay. Would you like to go up the stairs?
Yeah, go ahead and catch up with Calsolus.
Okay.
If I can.
Yeah, you can make it up there. It'll take you basically another round, unfortunately. But you'll get up to the top of the stairs with Kevin as you see this haggard creature at the top of the stairs. Just a little bit back from the stairs. Okay. You can't reach him melee because you'd have to have enough movement to move into the room, unless you have something ranged, which is certainly an option.
I can throw whatever up. I can throw Calsolus.
Good.
As he hisses at you as the three of you come up now. Intruders! And you hear it hiss.
Nah, I don't got nothing for range-wise.
Okay, then I go over to Rivers then.
I'm going to swing at the haggard creature.
Okay, so you're going to run up the stairs as well? It's on the next floor.
Yes. Oh, sorry. Yep, it's on the third floor. Yep, I'm going upstairs.
If he's going to go up as well, I'll follow him up instead. If that's because he was in front of me as before I even got up there.
Yeah, well, he's initiative-wise, he's unfortunately behind you, but yeah, he'd run up past you, kind of filling up the top floor. And I'm not even going to put it on the map because there's really nothing to show here. You're either behind, you're either melee, or you're slightly ranged. So
right. Yeah.
The space is very small, but you run up and charge at this thing.
Yeah, I'll get as close as I can, or swing it if I can.
Yeah, there's 4 of you now. It continues to hiss, but yeah, go ahead.
So I can get within range?
Oh, yes.
Okay, tight. Man.
Other.
Nice.
Great.
I'm gonna go ahead and add that bardic inspiration.
Okay.
Wait. It's a 1d6?
Yep. 14 is the max possible.
This thing looks pretty nimble, doesn't it?
Hard to say. It doesn't look super
Yeah.
nimble. Definitely not wearing any armor.
I'm gonna toss the D6
Love
on
it.
there. 12 total.
His AC was 13. You
Harsh.
just
That's rude. That's just
ju-
rude.
just goes wide. All right, Casimir.
Oh,
We'll go one
my turn.
more. Yeah, you should go fast.
Great.
Let's go one more round.
I'm going to make it real fast and easy for you. Hit this guy with a chill touch.
Okay, so you guys, is that ranged or do you have to get closer to him?
It is ranged, yeah.
Okay.
A ghostly skeletal hand comes from behind him, taps him on the shoulder.
And fingers his butthole.
Indeed, that is a 19.
Oh,
Just about.
It is.
Okay. Yeah, that's a hit. Damagios, please.
It is 2 points of necrotic damage.
Ooh, and you don't get to reroll that, unfortunately. Or is it reroll ones and twos or just reroll ones? I don't remember. Might be just ones.
Just one.
Each of ones.
Yeah, been a while since someone's taken that. Okay, yeah, just seems to burn a little bit more. This cold burning feeling doesn't seem like it has a whole lot of effect. All right, Calsolus, over to you.
So, I also didn't realize that chill touch isn't cold damage. So
Oh, what is it? Necrotic?
necrotic, yeah.
Okay. Either way, same effect. No resistance there.
All right, so Rivers is up with the thing, right?
Yeah, he's right in front of it. Just slammed his flail into its side. Doesn't look like it found purchase, but
All right, I'm gonna stay on the stairs, and I'm probably gonna take a little bit step back in case this one explodes too, and then I'm gonna take a shot with my crossbow with that one as well.
okay. Okay, go ahead. AC 13.
Ah, 7.
Wow, lots of twos. I think that's like the third two I've seen. Goes wide.
Yeah, that's good.
Okay. All right. Well,
Yep.
at the end of that round, any movement, Darren? Are you going to stay there or taking any movement?
We're just gonna kind of hang back a little bit
Okay.
and let if
Well.
anyone else wants to run by on the stairs.
It's seeing the whole group of you. It is yeah. It rears back, continues trying. Looks. You see, it kind of looks at the window behind it. Kind of butts up against it. Pushes the window open with its back. Kind of steps into the windowsill. You must not be here. You must leave. You must die.
He won't do it. He won't do it.
You see him hold this, twist this crystal in its hand, glows again, and you see him kind of reach out his hand, and he is going to cast Burning Hands on everyone in the room. As you see a flame spit out in a cone that just, like a flamethrower, goes across the room. I need everybody to roll, I believe it's a dex save. Alright, yes. Dex saving throw, please. Not you, Drew, obviously.
A whole 6.
That's a fail.
7.
Yeah. That's what I'm proficient in.
Oh wait, we're
Another.
supposed to just hit the dex button, right? Oh, I see.
Right. So I got a 6 from Calsolus. Roderick, what do you got?
Sorry.
It's an 8. That's a fail.
I have a titch. I'm trying to find that. Hold on a second. Yeah, danger
I
sense. You have advantage on dex saving throws unless you're incapacitated.
Okay, you are not incapacitated. You may roll again. Rivers, I need your dex save.
7.
7. That's a fail. That's a fail. And is anybody else up there? I think that's everybody. And Kevin.
Yep, 16.
16 is a pass. Kevin, half damage. Everyone else, full damage.
FD.
It is 20 points of fire damage to everyone
Holy
at full, half to Kevin at 10.
Oh, thank God. I'd be down to 3.
That's
It
was
cast
nasty,
at
Doug.
That was a level 3 spell.
Yeah.
I cast it upcast it at level 3. This wave of fire just torches the room. The bed catches on fire. Anything kind of that could catch on fire starts to light. And through the flame, all you guys see is it leap out of the window.
Well, I don't. All I see is this guy drop through the
Yeah, you see nothing. You see nothing.
As my eyes come into focus, just boom.
And then what you all hear, as we prepare to wrap, as that flame goes through, you see the room start to catch. The stone doesn't catch, but the bed catches on fire, and any loose stuff catches on fire as this flame roars through the room. You start to hear banging on these metal crates, and you hear a scream come like from an echo, like a scream through these metal boxes. You hear the voices of 2 people screaming as the fire erupts. Help us, help us! And that's, as he jumps through the window, that's where we're going to stop. And let me... Unfortunately, Kevin, we did not get to a good place to exit you. I had a kind of a plan, but we didn't quite get there tonight. But we will deal with that next week. I will handle that for you. I know you're going to be out, so that's where we're going to stop.